Mers Goodwill is merging with Goodwill of Western Missouri and Eastern Kansas. Mers Goodwill is based in downtown St. Louis and is the region's largest nonprofit, while the Kansas City-based operation is their region's 36th largest. The two Goodwill organizations say the merger will unite their strengths, the consolidation effort happening over the next few months. The weather is sponsored by the Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company, PennMutual.com. Sunshine and 76 today. A couple of showers around tomorrow with a high of 70. Currently in downtown St. Louis, it's 63 degrees. Times are always changing, but Penn Mutual stands the test of time. The 178-year young mutual company is leading the way in life insurance. Ask your independent advisor or go to PennMutual.com/STL. It is 9:03. I'm Debbie Monterey, KMOX News.
The Chris and Amy Show on KMOX, brought to you by St. Louis Union Station. Twists, turns, and tons of fun away to the new rides at St. Louis Union Station.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, hit it.
Chris Ranji, Amy, Mark Scores. The Chris and Amy Show.
You know who it is.
Also, if you didn't know, this is called the show.
On 104.1 FM, KMOX.
About to have tons of fun on the show today because we are live at the Ted Savage Golf Classic. We are live at Whitmore Country Club today, and we are happy to be with you, and hopefully you're happy to be with us.
It's a gorgeous morning.
Dude, this is a perfect day for
it's beautiful
golf
out here.
If I was one of those people who liked golf, this would be the day to do it. In fact, I was walking up, and a really kind lady said, "You ready to hit them straight today?"
Oh, well, you look
nice.
very golfy. You're
I
wearing
do
your
look
golf
golfy.
Pants. He's got a
Golf pants, golf shirt.
vest.
I'm a real poser.
He is. Honestly, honest to goodness, you would think he's a golfer.
Hey, please call us today, 314-436-7900. You can also text us if you want to do that. That very same number.
Yeah.
We are streaming live on all of the platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I believe we're there today. We might be on a different formation because we are on remote, but you can check us out there.
You can, you said call, but also text. We need your text.
Oh, yeah.
Are just absolutely fantastic.
Totally. Text line is great. The Odyssey app, you can listen to us there. And you can also, if you want to, send us a voice message directly from that app. It is super easy to do it, and we love to hear from you throughout the show. We are also on Twitter at Chris Amy KMOX.
Time now for the top of the order. The top 3 stories everyone will be talking about.
As we mentioned, we are live at the Ted Savage Cardinals Care Golf Classic. It is Whitmore Country Club, and we do expect to be visited by some Cardinals brass dignitaries, some important people, VIPs,
yes,
going to come by today.
And taking a hard left turn, Florida is ending all vaccine mandates for school children. At least those may be going away.
Well, let me tell you another thing. The Cardinals, going back to them, they defeated the A's last night, 5-1.
Excellent.
5-1.
You love to see it.
How about that's an off day today because there are going to be some, this golf classic is going on. So lots of Cardinals will be in attendance, and some of the past greats will be coming through. This is always a really fun day.
It
Amy?
is. Well, we mentioned that you look very golfy.
I do.
And I do not golf. I never did. I'm terrible at it. But what I realized today, driving here, is that I don't have any golf clothes. Like I bring this up because I put on some shorts and like golf shorts, what I thought would be the closest to long golf shorts, and a sweater that I thought maybe you could golf in. It's a little oversized. But what I realized is instead of looking golfy, I look more like a little boy going to school in the 1800s.
You kind of do. You kind of, then you went and got that blanket?
Yes, I do. I look maybe turn of the century, maybe like I could be a peer of little Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
That's what I look like. And so anyway, I have it on my list.
Roosevelt.
A child, Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
So anyway, I have it on my list to buy some golf pants and some golf shorts because we occasionally do these golf broadcasts. Sometimes we're at Norwood Country Club.
Yeah, for the SLU.
Billiken Golf Classic.
Yeah.
We come here for the Ted Savage Cardinals Care Golf Classic at Whitmore Country Club. It's also a beautiful drive.
Oh, it really is. if you live in the city, it's a bit far out,
Well, here's
but
the thing.
it's nice.
Here's what I thought. We're always talking about, why don't the people in the county come to the city? Why don't people in St. Charles come to the city? I think because, one, it's a far drive, and two, it's really nice out here. They probably are just fine. They're probably content where they are. It's beautiful.
It
There
is
was
so
a
nice out here.
detour. They had one of the roads closed. So I detoured through what I believe to be horse country. I don't know if that's true, but I saw a lot of white fences.
Oh my gosh.
It's absolutely
yeah,
gorgeous
there was
out here.
I saw the horse, what do they call that?
pasture.
With the fence? It's
Or
called
the
a
ri-
horse pasture?
Well, there's a pasture, yeah, and there's like the riding.
Look, I'm not good enough
Rink.
to have a horse.
No, you're not.
I don't know anything about horses.
No, you're not.
Do they still do the glue thing?
No, they don't do the glue thing anymore.
Okay.
I
Are you
actually
sure?
just bought a hat with a horse on it. Horses are really in right now. I'm not even joking.
Horses are in.
They are so in.
What?
Horse sweaters. There's some ladies at the golf classic. They're listening. They get it. They know that horses are in. Horse prints.
They're just trying to
horse
humor
print
you.
T-shirts. So I bought a horse hat.
Yeah.
Gonna wear it next week when it comes in.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we overthink the whole city county issue. I think sometimes people out here are just like, hey, it's really pretty out here and it's a long drive. I'm gonna stay home. Maybe it's as simple as that.
Oh, you mean why they don't come
Yeah.
downtown St.
Yeah.
Louis? Well, of course. I mean, when it's
This is
far
like-
away,
This feels a little bit like a vacation. A lot of it like a vacation.
being out here does.
Yes.
Yeah, I can get that. See, I'm not one of those rural people, as you know. I kind of like cities. I like busy.
He's at a country club.
I
He
like
thinks this is
bustle.
rural Missouri.
This is rural.
I don't think it is. I think it's
It's
the suburbs.
not.
It's the suburbs.
This is really far out from the city.
But there are suburbs.
Yeah, this is a far suburb. This is a
Okay.
really far suburb.
I just want to, since we don't have a stream, Fred Bird
No,
has
thanks,
been
Fred Bird,
hanging
yes.
around the table. I think
Yeah.
he's trying to get on the radio. He handed us each a glass of water,
Yes,
which is very kind.
did.
But I saw the way he handled his muffins.
yeah,
he
he's
was-
been dropping food all over the
He's been
floor.
dropping muffins,
He's been eating it.
stepping on the muffins.
Yeah.
He blew his nose in a napkin and gave it to you.
I will tell you something about Fred Bird. I do not trust this water he brought us. I don't know what he did to it.
I know.
Fred Bird, did you do anything to the water? No. Okay, I don't believe him. I don't
Yeah.
believe him.
Well, I mean, we don't have a lot to go on other than the muffin
Yeah.
situation. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
a
yeah.
little rough. But yeah, I mean, I think it is actually, it's beautiful out here. And all
Oh,
the
real
golfers are
quick,
filtering in.
Fred Bird, we'd like to congratulate you on being in the Mascot Hall of Fame. We've
Yes.
not had an opportunity to do that to you, to
Yes.
tell you congratulations. Fred Bird this year was inducted into the Mascot Hall of Fame.
He was.
That's a really big honor. Really big honor. So congratulations, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He deserves it.
Yeah.
He should have been in earlier, honestly.
I agree. I can't believe he wasn't in the first class.
He should have been in the first class. He's the
Yeah.
best mascot.
He really is the best
Yeah.
mascot of all time. Thank you so much, Fred Bird, for being
Yes.
here. You're really one of the best reasons to go to a ball game this season.
He is.
Honestly.
he is.
Honestly, it's been a lot of fun.
Well, he's
Anyway,
running away from us, but it is it's great out here, and yeah, the Ted Savage Cardinals Care Golf.
love
Classic
being out here
afternoon.
every year, and this is perfect weather. So whatever you're doing in St. Louis today, if you can knock off work,
Yeah.
I would highly recommend doing it and go out there somewhere. And Fred Bird has just come by again and offered us scones. Thank you, Fred Bird.
Thank you
This
so
is great.
much.
Really,
Fred
really
Bird.
great. He's
Uh,
awesome. We are still going to talk to. No, we're not paying you. We are not paying you. You get no money from us. Thank you, Fred Bird. We're still going to talk to Matt Pauley at 10 o'clock, host of Sports Open Line, Redbird Rush Hour, Cardinals pre and post game. Cardinals are off today, but Matt will talk some baseball with us. And even though we are live on site and we'll be talking
Yes.
to some Cardinals dignitaries, Major Garrett, Chief Washington correspondent for CBS News, will be with us at 10:30.
So-
Major's great.
He is great, and we'll still be talking to him as we always do. I haven't driven across the Missouri River in a while.
Okay.
It's been a little while. I mean,
Right.
not like years, but it's been probably a couple months. And they're working on that bridge.
Yep.
And so, as we've all seen the signs that there's the lane split at Long Road, and then the highway splits in half. And if you go to the left, you're on the wrong side of the highway, and you go to the right, you're in a single lane rumble strip. And did you see all of the, what are they called? Man lifts? It's like a forklift for people.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the platform where
Yes.
they can do work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I don't think they're called
Ch-
man
cherry-
lifts.
Cherry pickers?
Cherry picker?
It is a cherry picker.
Okay.
How many were there? 20? I've never seen so many cherry pickers
I don't.
lined up, like 20 of them on the bridge. And they're painting the bridge because half of the bridge was silver gray
Mhm.
and half of it was that old school seafoam green.
So here's what I need. I need them to bring a bunch of cherry pickers into the city and start working on some of those roads,
Well,
because some of the roads are still pretty bad.
you don't
and I
need
know
a
this
cherry
is-
picker to work on the road.
I don't care.
Raj.
Whatever
It-
you need.
That would actually,
whatever you need.
That would bring you further away from the road.
Would it?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
You need to be on the ground.
Whatever you need to come fix the roads in the city of St. Louis, please come do it right now. I beg you. I beg you. I've been texting 411 every day.
Have you?
Yeah. Actually, not
reporting
reporting
potholes?
reporting potholes, reporting issues. I haven't been doing that.
Well,
I'm not a busybody.
You know, you need to figure out, you need to talk to St. Charles County Executive Steve Ellman.
Mhm.
Ask him how they stay on top of it out here. He's got himself a fine county. I can tell you that.
Well, Steve Ellman, who may decide to run again for
We don't
county
know.
executive, he has not decided. He said he's going to take some time to do that. I like the guy. It seems that he has done well for the St. Charles County area, so it'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see what happens.
Thought
there.
you were going to say it sounds like he's done well for himself. Yeah.
He's
I
done
guess.
real well. Did you see that watch? We are live from Whitmore
Yep.
Country Club for the Ted Savage Golf Classic. If you are coming out here, hope you stop by and say hello to us. But we've got a full show for you anyway, and we appreciate you being with us today. Follow us on Twitter at Chris Amy KMOX, and feel free to text in or call the show 314-436-7900. Chris and Amy on 104.1 FM KMOX.
You all remember me mentioning my wife's thermostat being broke because of the the change of women evidently have to go through, which is horrible. People called me asking me how did she feel about me sharing her insanity. I did notice seeing her looking through a fork at me. So, hey, guys, if your wife, your girlfriend, your better half is looking through a fork at you, look it up. Why? You're going to be shocked. But she's still happy that she's got air conditioning. So you need help. You need pricing. Somebody told you need new equipment. Remember, Bart Inman, one easy number, Missouri and Illinois, 314-293-2600. But guys, look up wives looking through forks at husband. You better change your program around. God bless.
You know your customers. Ralph likes his coffee black on Fridays, but Mondays he takes a little cream. Jennifer comes in every 3 years when her lease is up to get the newer and better model. And for some reason, pepperoni pizza sells like crazy on Friday nights. Who knew? At Odyssey, we have the expertise to get your media plan done right. With ads like you're hearing right now, to targeted social media campaigns, search engine optimization, and location-based advertising. Advertise with Odyssey and help us grow your business. Visit ads.odyssey.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Setting goals for retirement is one thing, but knowing how to achieve those goals is another.
What are your wishes, hopes, and dreams? What's retirement look like for you? Because everybody, that picture is different.
For tips on building a better nest egg, tune in to the All Financial Hour with host Steve All, Saturday mornings at 10 or Sunday evenings at 6, right here on KMOX. You can also visit yourmoneymattersstl.com for more details.
Cardinal Cowboy here. After a coma, a miracle, and the fight of my life, I made it back to the games wearing my signature cowboy hat and jersey. Then came the baseball pants, the replica trophy, and the smiles and joy from the young fans. That's when the Cardinal Cowboy was born. Renner Garage Door knows how to bring joy too. With top brands like Delden, Amar, and LiftMaster, and family service you can trust, get your free repair or replacement quote today. Forward and back. Giddy up!
RENNER, RENNER. SNL Coin. We buy gold and silver coins, silver and gold jewelry. Also buying gold-filled and silver plates. Before you sell, call SNL. 314-544-3600. 314-544-3600. SNL Coin.
It's the Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX. Sponsored by the St. Louis Aquarium. Explore the St. Louis Aquarium at Union Station. 11:20 a.m. 104.1 FM and streaming on the Odyssey app. KMOX is with you however you listen, wherever you listen.
Mark Scores with you live from Whitmore Country Club. We are here at the Ted Savage Cardinals Care Golf Classic. And Ranj, the Powerball will be estimated up to $1.7 billion for the next drawing on Saturday.
This is after nobody won last night?
After nobody won last night. And remember how, I think it was yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, that we talked about the Powerball. And I said that
we talked to Dave Simons.
And I wrote down, if you win the Powerball, before you even go to claim the Powerball winning, you need an estate attorney, you need a personal attorney, and you need a financial planner. Like an estate planner, a financial planner, and just a personal attorney. And you need to talk to those three people, get those three people, and then go claim your winning. So it's good to know what to do. However, I had an issue because over the past month or so, I've been talking about, I need to play the lottery. I'm going to win the lottery, and that's my plan. And then you asked, but have you bought any tickets? Have you played the lottery yet?
Yeah.
I have not. So now, guess what? Now that the Powerball is $1.7 billion, I still have forgotten to go get a lottery ticket. So I don't think I can win, technically.
Well, here's the thing.
If I don't have a ticket.
You do have time, because on Saturday is the next drawing.
Yeah.
So that gives you about 48 hours to get out there, go to the gas station and say, yes, I would like a Powerball ticket.
Yeah.
Or in your case, say, I would like a ticket for the lottery, and they will ask you which one, and you will say the one that's been on TV.
Yes,
because
that's
how you.
So because I had never bought a ticket before. This was a couple years ago when it hit $1 billion, and I went in. And I'm like, I'm going to buy a lottery ticket. And I said, excuse me, I would like to buy a lottery ticket. And she said, okay, which one? I said, well, the one that's on TV. She goes, the Powerball? Yes. And I said, okay, I would like to buy one. And she said, well, how many? I asked her how many they were, how much it was. I think it was $2 a ticket. That probably sounds right. And I said, okay, I'll take 2. She said, would you like to pick your own numbers or generate? Now, at this point, I didn't realize it was such a process to buy a lottery ticket.
It really isn't.
Now I've made so many decisions.
It is not. It's not that difficult.
It's pretty difficult.
Walk in and say, I want a Powerball, pick the random numbers,
probably
and leave.
At this point, she was frustrated with me. I was frustrated with the process. And I said, okay, I think just randomly generate. I probably asked her, does it matter? And she looked at me like I was an idiot. And then I walked out of the gas station with my 2 lottery tickets. I felt like, when people would roll up their sleeves and put the cigarettes in their sleeves. That's what I felt like. That's how cool I felt.
Oh, my God. So this is the 3rd largest jackpot in the history of the country. There was the $2.04 billion jackpot in 2022. You remember that one. And then 2 years ago, 1.765. So this really isn't very far off that if we're looking at a $1.7 billion jackpot. Now, remember the thing that Dave Simons told us. You get that estate attorney, as you mentioned. That's the very first thing you do if you win. And of course, somebody in St. Louis is going to win, probably me. So I will have to start thinking about estate attorneys now.
Yes.
And here's the other thing.
Okay.
This is the most important thing, and this is the thing that I have always said I'm going to do. The very first thing I do after the estate attorney is I find somebody that I will call the no guy.
Yeah.
And his job will be to just tell everybody no. Because what we know is going to happen when you win the Powerball, and one of us is going to win it. When you win it, all these people that you have not seen in 30 years are going to come out of the woodwork. They are going to find you. They're going to tell you, hey, I'm your uncle. I'm your mom's brother's best friend.
And they're going to have sob stories.
They're going to have sob
They're
stories.
going to be sick. They're going to be dying. They're going to be losing their home.
Yes.
They're going to have all of these sob stories.
Yeah, and maybe they really do have some sob stories.
Too bad.
But too bad. Where were you 30 years ago?
That's right.
Where were you 5 years
Yeah.
ago? How come you didn't reach out
What
then?
have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately? So here's what you do. Hire yourself a person. And I will also offer my services to you. If you live in St. Louis and you win the Powerball and you want to hire somebody to tell everyone, no, I am your guy.
Oh my gosh.
I will do it.
Here's the thing.
I would get so much great pleasure in telling people no. And I'm somebody who believes in charity. I believe in free health care. I believe in all kinds of benefits for people. But you know what? I would be happy to be your no guy.
Ironic.
Hire me.
Ironic.
Hire me.
With your
And
communistic tendencies.
Exactly. We're gonna talk about salary.
I think because
but every phone call. So here's what you do, right? You win the Powerball. Okay. You have somebody come up to you and say, look, I'm with such and such charity, or I've got this problem. Here's what you do. You say, look, here's my guy. Call Chris. Here's his phone number, and talk to him about it. I don't make these decisions. So I will then take it. I will take the phone call, and I will say, you know what? I'm sorry, but we are just not able to do that at this time.
Yeah.
And I will tell everybody for you, no.
No, and he will. And again, if you're thinking,
And I will take great pleasure in it.
How does this guy, who obviously supports taking other people's money and giving it to other people, how could he possibly be the no guy? And I think it comes down to character and the fact that ultimately he is a meh. And I think when deep down in your soul you are that kind of jerk, I'll use that phrase. If you're a jerk, you're the no guy. And that's why he can do this job. And I can verify that he doesn't care about other people's feelings.
If that's what I have to be, then I will be that.
Well,
Amy.
I do want to tell people though, and this is true. We talked about this with Dave Simons. You will not be a billionaire if you win the 1.7 billion, because most people, you have two options. You can take the lump sum, or you can take it as like an annuity and payments throughout however many years. Pretty much everybody takes the lump sum because it's crazy not to. You know, you're going to get all that money. So when you take the lump sum, I guess basically it is the penalty is that they basically cut it in half. So now you're at $850 million. So now you're at $850 million. Well, now that needs to be taxed.
Yeah.
So now you're basically at $450 million. That's what you're going to go home with. If you win the $1.7 billion,
right,
and you take the lump sum, you'll get about $450 million.
Now, if you are worried about taking the annuity, and well, what if I die? What if I die before the payment stops?
Morissette, you win the lottery and die the next day.
Right.
Isn't that ironic?
Well, you can name, if you care about somebody, if you've got somebody in your life that you really want to benefit from it, you can name that beneficiary and they'll get the money.
That's one of the best Joe Montana stories. Wait, Joe Montana.
Are you talking about the actor or the football player? Which one?
The football player.
Joe Montana.
Wait, no, Steve Young. He went to BYU. Steve Young.
Okay, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Steve Young signed this massive contract. Now, of course, his family, Mormon, I believe, or
I don't know.
Latter-day Saints. I believe they are, because his.
I don't think you have to be to go to BYU, though.
You don't, but he was on NPR.
Okay.
He was on NPR talking about this and how, you know, his family and went to BYU. And so they didn't cuss and didn't drink and do all these things. And people were, it was right after he signed his first massive contract. And his mom was in the stand and they're watching the game. And people are just yelling at him like, this isn't worth, you know, whatever, $40 million. This is such a waste. You know, you suck. All this stuff, just yelling at him. And his mom said, she's like, I couldn't take it anymore. And I was so frustrated, so I stood up and said, it's an annuity. that was her comeback, was that his contract was an annuity. And that's all I could think of.
Well, listen, if you want to take the annuity.
They were saying that when Steve Young wasn't worth it, she yelled back, it's an annuity. So take that.
And so I think what you need to take away from this conversation
Yes.
is that if you win that Powerball, and Amy, I'll do this for you too. Well, we'll have to work out a contract situation, a salary for me, or a per no basis. Every time I tell somebody no, you give me money.
I am
so
good.
I am so willing. I don't know what it is. Like, I really do care about people. I really truly do. But I would love this job of telling people that we're not giving you any money because my client has won the Powerball. I would have so much fun telling everybody no.
You are the communist version of a NIMBY, of not in my backyard. Because
sure, whatever.
You want to be a communist,
whatever.
But you don't want anyone touching your stuff.
That's not my stuff.
You don't, but
it wouldn't be my stuff.
But you would be paid to keep people from touching their stuff.
That's a job.
And they would say, Ron,
it's called a job.
I'm dying. I'm a hard worker. I work 3 jobs and I'm dying.
Oh, you're dying? Yeah. Show me the tumor. Show me the tumor. I want proof.
Don't say that.
I want proof. Show me the the blood work. Are you?
To go to break. This is
whatever. Show
wrong.
me. I want to see it. Produce it.
I'm just saying. Everybody is fine.
Oh, your flesh-eating disease? Show me. I want to see it.
Giving away other people's stuff until they're not.
Oh, what? Your grandma's sick? I don't care.
Oh
no, the answer is no. We do not have any money for you at this time.
Listen, I'm whispering now. We're never going to be invited back to this golf tournament if you don't shut up.
The text message here says, I can't live on $450 million. Well, of course not. You would have to make all kinds of sacrifices to get by on that kind of money. It is the Chris and Amy Show. We are live at Whitmore Country Club, and we are here for the Ted Savage Cardinals Care Golf Classic. When we come back, Michael Hall, the executive director of Cardinals Care, is going to join us here on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Hey guys, Dave Glover here from the Dave Glover Show. So, what is my show? My show is 4 different people living 4 different lives, all coming together every day between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. to talk about life, actual life, not so much headlines or did you see what Trump did today or XYZ. Never predictable because I never know what I'm going to talk about from one segment to the next. So it truly is unique and unpredictable. Join us.
104.1 FM KMOX.
This report is sponsored by Metro Transit.
Get a Metro Transit $5 day pass from Metro St. Louis and go anywhere Metro goes, no matter how far or how long, all day long. Super chill, clean, safe, and reliable, not to mention AC and free Wi-Fi. Go to metrostl.org to get your pass today.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
I hear from sellers all the time that they fear they have missed out on the selling market. They are so relieved to learn September, October, and November are strong selling months. With low inventory and hopefully lower interest rates, this fall will be a hot one for real estate. I'm Christina Straight, owner of Straight Realty. You may have heard me say, why pay more than 4 for years? Now it's why pay more than 2, saving you even more money. Call me 314-441-4444. And remember, why pay more than 2?
Straight Realty is a licensed broker in the state of Missouri, Kansas, and Nevada.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey guys, Glover here. Right now, buy 2 windows and get 2 free from Universal Windows Direct. No interest for 3 whole years. Call 314-334-2522. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Missouri, get ready. The wait is almost over. DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is coming soon to the Show Me State, and you can sign up today. New Missouri customers can get $300 in bonus bets when we launch on December 1st. Download now and place a $5 bet when we go live. DraftKings Sportsbook brings everything you need to elevate your game day, including live in-game betting, lightning fast payouts, and endless ways to get in on the action, all right from your phone. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code KMOX to grab $300 in bonus bets with just a $5 bet when we go live December 1st. That's code KMOX in partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 and over. Physically present in Missouri. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Excludes customers who redeem pre-launch sign-up offer. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos.
Hey, this is Charlie Brennan. Have you noticed loose bricks or missing mortar around your house, on the walls, the patios, the walkways, the porch, or the chimneys? If so, you need to call Morelli Tuck Pointing. 314-645-1387. You might need one of two things: solid tuck pointing, the removal of old mortar with the replacement of new mortar throughout an entire wall or chimney, or maybe just spot tuck pointing. Spot tuck pointing involves the tuck pointing of a particular wall, a chimney, or other masonry surface in an area where it's needed the most. One example might be settlement cracks, usually found above or below windows or doorways. 314-645-1387. Call the company that the Brennans have called when we've needed tuck pointing. Morelli Tuck Pointing, the masonry specialists. Winner of the Angie's List Super Service Award every year since 2005. 314-645-1387, MorelliTuckPointing.com.
Hey guys, Kevin Wheeler here for 213 Complex, which you can pick up at Supplement Superstores. With school back in session, you're into a new routine. That routine's going to last. Make it a fitness routine as well. I know that's what I'm doing in advance of the holidays, and I'm using 213 Complex to get it done, because what I'm getting is all-day boost to the metabolism, 24 hours a day. I get appetite control, which is huge for me, and all-day focused energy that comes with no jitters. So for you, just go to Supplement Superstores, tell them Kevin Wheeler sent you in. They will give you 30% off the 213 Complex. Find your location at supplementsuperstores.com.
Hey, it's Jeff Sachs at Sachs Financial. Did you know that you have a pension and there are ways to maximize how you take it? That's right. It's called Social Security. Find out more at retiresafestl.com/guide. That's retiresafestl.com/guide.
Friday night, the Kansas City Chiefs are set to kick off the new season against the Chargers in Brazil.
Touchdown, Kansas City!
Catch all the action beginning at 6 p.m. on 97.1 FM Talk.
Next message is the 314-436-7900. This one says, Chris and Amy, when you win the lottery, don't forget your long-lost cousin Winnie. I think we just got done telling you we are not going to give out any money to anybody.
Maybe they mean Winnie from that show.
Wonder Years?
Wonder Years.
She was great.
Yeah.
We are live at the Ted Savage Golf Classic, the Cardinals Care Golf Classic at Whitmore Country Club. Chris and Amy this morning. We're going to talk to Benji Molina in just a little bit, but right now we're joined by the Vice President of Community Relations for the Cardinals and Executive Director of Cardinals Care. Michael Hall is with us on KMOX. Good to see you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
We love coming to this event every year, and so I think for people who, you know, everyone's aware of Ted Savage. Everybody knows about him and his career, but what is it about this event in particular that is special?
This event is special because Ted started this on his own. He loved golf, and you know, he knew a lot of people in the community, and so Ted wanted to raise money for the RBI program. He really wanted to contribute to that. RBI is Reviving Baseball in the Inner City. It's a Major League Baseball initiative. And that was near and dear to him. He always talked about growing up and not having all the essentials to be able to play and having to, you know, do what he needed to do to get those things. And so he wanted kids to be able to participate in baseball. And so he started this tournament by just inviting his friends, asking people to make a donation, and it grew from there.
It's amazing to see the support every year. We've been out here the past few years, and as you mentioned, members of the Cardinals organization, dignitaries, people in the St. Louis media, sports media, retired Cardinals who come from out of town, and it's showing the support for Cardinals Care. The RBI program is so cool, and I maybe not everyone is familiar just how big the Cardinals Care umbrella is. You mentioned the RBI program, how it is helping to bring baseball into the cities again. And then there's other elements of Cardinals Care as well.
Yeah, so Cardinals Care, we really have three pillars that we always talk about. We have our youth baseball, softball program. It's called Redbird Rookies. We have the RBI program within the youth baseball, softball program. Redbird Rookies is for kids from ages 5 to 13, and RBI is 13 to 18, essentially 14 to 18. We have built ball fields to support RBI and Redbird Rookies. And then we also give grants to other nonprofits that support kids.
So, and I know that we are here in September, which means we're getting pretty close to the holidays, and you've got the holiday gift drive that will be coming up. When do you start preparation for that? And I'm assuming you already have, but when do you need people to really participate?
Yeah, no, great question. We have already started preparing for that. That's sort of an organizational-wide effort. You know, everybody in the org participates in that and helps support and helps donate. It's in early December each year. The exact date it escapes me right now, but I believe it's December 3rd. And we do it down at the ballpark. We ask fans to pull up to the gate and drop off a new unwrapped present for kids. And we have several partner organizations that we donate those toys to.
It's a long way off, but December 4th is the date of it. So I mean, you've got some time to prepare for it. I think people, if they want to, you know, they will be thinking ahead on that. But December 4th is the holiday gift drive. And so, I mean, how successful has that been? You've been doing it, what, 13, 14 years?
It's been great. It's unbelievable. It grows every year.
Mm-hmm.
Growing meaning we either get more, because you can also donate gift cards, either more gift cards or more literal toys every single year. You know, the St. Louis community has just been fantastic, and they're very giving and very supportive, and we're so appreciative.
When you look at other franchises across Major League Baseball, is there a Cardinals Care equivalent? Is this kind of the paramount of MLB organization, right, and charitable giving? I know the Cardinals lead the way in so many areas, and St. Louis is such a generous city. We take a lot of things for granted. Is this something that Major League Baseball, the teams across the country try to do? Are the Cardinals innovative in a way as well?
No, that's a really good question. I'd love to say that we are the only ones and we are the best, but a lot of my colleagues across the league, most teams do have their a foundation or a charitable arm or a way to give back to their communities. We do some things that are unique in having our own baseball, softball program. Not every team has that. Our winter warm-up that happens in January, very shortly after the gift drive.
Yeah, not every team does those.
That's unique for us because of the participation that we receive from our current players. Other orgs will have sort of a fan fest, which is our winter warm-up, but they don't have the majority, if not all, of the team come in and participate. They'll have a few of the big names that come in, but we are so fortunate to have buy-in from not only the current players but the alumni that show up as well.
How do you get that buy-in? Are they willing to do it, or do you have to coax them a little bit, because many of them do not live in St. Louis?
I think it's such a tradition. We've been doing it since '97, and it's an ask of them. It's their off season. Most of them are out of town, if not all of them, so they have to come in. But when they were coming up as young players, they knew, they participated. So I think it's help from our front office, our president of baseball operations. It is an ask of them, but it's not like we have to twist their arm to do it. They recognize how important it is for the foundation, how important it is for the fans. And we look at it as an opportunity to really sort of, to use a football term, to kick off the baseball season, because very shortly after winter warm-up,
spring training.
Boom, you're at spring training. Yeah,
it is. And you were talking about the alumni, and I do think, again, with St. Louis, it's funny. We're not New York, we're not LA, we're not Miami, but the community is so strong. You can go to the St. Louis Blues and go to the hockey world, and so many alumni are back here all of the time, or they live here. And I feel like with the Cardinals, you do see the alumni around. They do keep their roots in St. Louis, and I'm sure that's a pretty cool draw for players as well.
We, as a community, we're fortunate to have the alums that choose to live here and stay here, participate in what we do. We have a wonderful alumni group led by Larry State, and he does a great job of incorporating and including our alumni in a lot of the events that we do in and around the ballpark. And so we're so fortunate, like a day like today, to have so many alums that are here, celebrating the 85 team and this reunion weekend and all that. And, alums from other years as well. It's just, it's great when you reach out to these guys and they're so happy to hear from you and they want to participate.
Well, Michael Hall, we're glad you stopped by. We love the event. We love coming to it every year. It's always a lot of fun for us. We appreciate you. Thank you again. And because I'm a golf poser today, hope you hit them straight.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what
he's dressed like a golfer.
I'm a golfer.
He doesn't golf.
Yeah, I don't golf at all, but I know that's one of the things golf people say.
Yes.
Hope you hit them
Hit him
straight.
straight.
Michael Hall, Vice President of Community Relations and Executive Director of Cardinals Care. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
When we come back, Benji Molina will join the show. It's Chris and Amy on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Paid for by Action Matters. Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out.
Attention parents of children who have used the gaming platform known as Roblox. If your child was a victim of sexual abuse or harm of any kind while using the Roblox platform, you may be entitled to compensation. Roblox is facing multiple high-profile lawsuits, including an ongoing class action, alleging it failed to protect users from foreseeable dangers that led to the grooming, exploitation, and sexual abuse of minors on the platform. Claims allege Roblox turned a blind eye to predators, unsafe games, and deceptive monetization practices that targeted children. Victims were contacted through in-game chats and coerced into private conversations on third-party apps. If you believe your child may have been a victim of grooming, sexual abuse, or harm of any kind while using the Roblox platform, you may be entitled to a cash settlement. Text our helpline now to find out if you have a viable compensation claim against Roblox. Text GONE to 32 32 32. That's GONE to 32 32 32. GONE to 32 32 32.
It doesn't take a lot to make a big difference.
That's why we've teamed up with Jerry Kelly Heating and Cooling to bring you 100 acts of kindness.
For the next 6 months, the Chris and Amy Show is challenging you to spread kindness in simple, meaningful ways. No big budget needed.
Write a thank you note, help a neighbor, surprise someone with a smile. It all counts.
Let's prove that kindness is contagious. Share your acts with us by using hashtag 100KindActs.
Because a little kindness goes a long way.
Hey guys, Glover here with my friend Mark Cantor at Cantor Injury Law. So as you know, I'm a lawyer, so I take this very seriously. Mark is a great attorney. He has a great team. He is from St. Louis. He is local. Call 314-628-9999 or visit cantorinjurylaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be solely based on advertisements.
At Tax Relief Advocates, we get it. Thinking about back taxes to the IRS can be very unsettling. Don't lose hope. With thousands of 5-star Google reviews and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, TRA is resolving taxpayers' delinquent tax problems nationwide once and for all. We could significantly reduce and even eliminate what you owe the IRS. If you haven't filed your taxes in years or are already facing collections, we can help. We aren't just some run-of-the-mill tax service company. We specialize in helping individuals and businesses with $10,000, $50,000, or even $500,000 in back taxes get speedy resolution. And in many cases, only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. The IRS isn't going anywhere, and neither is your tax problem. To see what tax relief you qualify for, visit TRA.com or call 800-335-8578. 800-335-8578. Again, that's 800-335-8578. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
We started Neoviten because we wanted to create a multivitamin for ourselves. That's why we focus on quality ingredients and formulas with our multivitamins. Neoviten 50 Plus multivitamins are formulated with over 20 vitamins and minerals, along with our 4-ingredient physician-formulated proprietary blend for the highest quality daily nutritional support. Give Neoviten 50 Plus multivitamins a try for yourself. Find them at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, and online at neoviten.com.
Looking for a place to call home without all the maintenance? Check out the Towns of Linneman Park, new townhomes by Lombardo, located in St. Peters. These new construction townhomes are located on the south side of 364-94, east of Harvester Road, and offer floor plans featuring 2 to 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a loft, and 2-car attached garages. Community amenities include a clubhouse, pool, pickleball courts, dog park, and walking trails. Tour our newly decorated display and fall in love with your new townhome. Visit lombardohomes.com for more information.
Chris and Amy now. The Dave Glover Show at 1 on the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Live from Whitmore Country Club, it is the Chris and Amy Show for the Ted Savage Cardinals Care Golf Classic. Good to have you here today. We've got Benji Molina, who is a broadcaster on the Spanish language side for the Cardinals, and he's with us now on KMOX. How you doing, Benji?
I'm doing great. I always get excited for these tournaments. It's a good cause. I think coming in to play golf, I'm not so sure, but
you're going to be all right. You're you're a professional athlete.
You know what? I don't know about the word professional.
Did you get paid to play?
Well, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
you're
so that you're professional
yeah.
For a few years.
Yes, but still.
So here we were talking about Benji's golf game. He said he can read the greens really well.
I read them.
Is that from being a catcher?
I guess so. But I really do, and I tell the guys what to do. But I'm not a good putter, so
Yeah.
it does not matter to me how good I am, right?
But that's a skill, though, reading the greens. I mean, you got to be able to do something with that.
But you still have to finish it.
Yeah.
You know, so make it more like better.
Yeah.
You know, like every time, like last year, for example, whenever I got it to the green or whoever, and I read, I was like, oh, it's gonna go this way, and he did. But I never made one.
Oh, well,
so
you knew where it was going. You just couldn't get it to go there.
Exactly. I didn't know the speed or anything like that. So
Benji, we just learned that your brother will again be in the dugout for the series coming up here this weekend.
Thank you
He
for
did-
letting me know. I didn't even know that.
You didn't?
No.
Oh.
That was a surprise, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
You ruined it.
I did. I ruined it. Well, yeah.
Wait.
So
I think we were told.
yeah, we were told, and Tom Ackerman talked about it this morning, so he'll be back in the dugout.
Oh, yeah.
And
Call Tom Ackerman if
yeah,
you
call
ruined the
Tom if you're not
surprise.
quite sure. But clearly, he loves being down there.
Yeah, and you can see it. Last time, it's one of the things I noticed how happy he was during practice, helping the catchers, the pitchers, talking to the coaches. I think Yadi needed these last time, and my saying is because he knows how much he's missed. You know, not only playing because those days are over, but coaching, helping his brain could help so many kids. So to see him from up there, and he was so excited, so happy, but at the same time he was serious. He was acting like a coach.
Yeah.
You know, and he obviously wanted to win those games as bad as the kids. So just to see him out there having fun, it was so cool to see.
He was, throughout his career, such a deeply intense competitor. And then when you retire, you can't just turn that off. It doesn't just go away. It's still there, right? Or are you able to turn it off?
No, those guys don't.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever turn those things off. They are really hyped up. They really wants to win. They really will do anything to win, literally. And these guys don't go away. They are so good for baseball. They're so good for any team.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, we're lucky to have them, right? You know, and the Cardinals. But those guys like that, they don't go away. They really have the intention, right? Like they're there for winning, and that's it. They have that passion for it, and you can see it over there when he was there.
That competitiveness is certainly there. And I'm always interested when you've got a lot of big league managers did play big league baseball. I think there were some who were minor league coaches and didn't quite make it to that level. But to be somebody like Yadier Molina or to be Don Mattingly, somebody like that, it was beloved by the fan bases that they played for and then went on to manage. When you've got players, when the results on the field are largely not about you, it's about those guys on the field, there's a lot of pressure that comes with being a manager. Is that the kind of thing that he is totally prepared for? To, if he were someday a manager here in St. Louis, he's beloved here, but then you rely on a bunch of guys on the field. You don't have control over what they do.
I think he's proven that before. Like he went 2 days after he got eliminated and retired.
Yeah,
he went to manage in Venezuela.
Yeah.
2 days. That team was controlled by the government. Not many 40-man roster players were in that team, or if any. That's pressure.
Yeah.
Managing for the first time on that team. And then he went to the Baseball Classic, and then he went to the Puerto Rican Winter League. He's always been in pressure situations. So for him, talking about pressure, I don't think it fits him. I think his pressure, it's probably just making everybody better, making everybody win, prepare for the win instead of separate numbers. individual numbers. And that's what makes him so good. I mean, Albert did the same in Dominican. Everybody loved playing for the guy because he wants you to do good. He forgot about how many home runs you had or RBIs, but he concentrated on that name on the front and said, you know what, we're winning this thing. And that's what these guys are.
I know players always need to respect the manager. You've got the manager of the team. However, when it is someone like Yadi, who had the career he had, the dominance he had, the knowledge, the smartest baseball guy out there, I imagine it does elevate the respect, if that makes sense. It's got to make an impact in the clubhouse.
With the players.
Yes.
With the players, yeah.
It always does. It always does. It helps when the manager obviously have that background and that resume.
Yeah.
And he's very respected. He helps a lot, and he's going to bring everybody else out, their best. And that's what I think Yadi does. Is like people see him, it's like, man, and he'll push you. When he came up, he was a young guy pushing a veteran rotation in 2004, taking him to the World Series. So he's been in that position, and people know that. And then the preparation that he does every year he prepared himself. Every game, Wayno, and you name it, whoever's pitching, he's prepared for that guy. So they see that, and they're like, man, they have that respect. So it helps so much to have a guy like that on the top. So people behind us, they follow him.
Yeah, I would imagine that playing for him would be very difficult to not fall in line because of the intensity.
I think he wants to win every day.
Yeah.
You cannot win tomorrow. You cannot win or lose the past. You win today. And that's what Yadi is about. They need to win today, and they follow that, and they prepare themselves to win today.
Yeah, we're on our show, the Gas House Gang, at our sports show at 12 o'clock. We talked to Ali and to Brant Brown, the hitting coach, a couple of days ago. And, we talked about that. How players have to have buy-in, and it isn't always there. So how do you get a player to buy in? Is it, it seems like it could be a really difficult thing to do.
I think it starts in the off season. I think it starts following in spring training, talking, letting them know what we expect from you, letting them know that we're here for you. So I think that's when it starts. You cannot start like right now when the season's about to be over, trying to get a guy to jump in.
Right.
It starts way back.
And also, for a former player, how much of it is on you? And I talk about the personal responsibility thing that a manager or a coach can only do so much. I mean, most of it is you. You have to decide that you're going to buy in or that you're going to do the work, whatever it is, right?
You said it perfect, and I'm with you 150%. I always did. I have great advice. You can tell me, prepare me for the picture today. You can tell me every information that you want. But when I step on that box as a hitter, it's me against the pitcher. It's not you or anybody. So I take it so personal because a lot of guys, the coaching is not coaching very good. This is not good because of this guy or the coaching or the pitching coach. Oh, you stand on that mound. It's you. You're pitching. You have the ball. You get people out. You don't get people out. You hit. You don't hit. But you are there. You take and prepare yourself. But guess what? You're standing on the freaking plate.
Yeah.
It's not the coach.
Yeah, it's all you.
Mm-hmm.
What about when you are in a slump and you are struggling? Do you have to lie to yourself that you have confidence or swagger? Because obviously, if you're hitting great and you're in a streak, that confidence is going to come. You're going to have a little swagger because you know you can get the job done. But when you're in the middle of a slump, how do you not tear yourself down?
That's what it separates the major league players from other players. Mm-hmm. You have to be a major league player. That's one of the reasons why you are a major league player. You're in a slump, you figure it out. I mean, helping with the coaches and all these things. I get it. But yourself, you have to have the strong mindset to get yourself out of the slump. Same with the pitcher. I had 3 bad outings. Ain't nobody going to come pitch for you or hit for you. It is you mentally prepare yourself to get yourself ready to get out of it. But if you don't have it, you're going to have a long year as a pitcher and as a hitter. So you better have it inside of you.
Benji Molina, we love talking baseball with you. We appreciate you coming by and sitting down with us here at the Ted Savage Golf Classic. Amy, you want to tell them? Because we're doing the golf thing today. You got to say the thing to them. Yeah.
Hit him straight.
Yeah, you got to hit them straight
That's
today.
what you got to do.
I don't speak English.
Benji Molina, you can hear him on the Spanish side, Cardinals baseball broadcaster, along with Polo Asensio, who is here in a beautiful hat. He's wearing a fedora today. He looks great.
Sharp.
Benji, enjoy the day. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you. I don't know about hitting it straight, but I will enjoy my day.
do the best you can.
Yeah.
All right, host of
Thank you,
Sports Open Line, Redbird Rush Hour, and Cardinals pre- and post-game, Matt Pauley joins the show when we come back on KMOX.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com. Auto repair bills are through the roof. $3,000 to replace the transmission. $4,000 for a blown engine. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all out of pocket. You need an Endurance Auto Protection Plan. No matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, drivetrain, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done at the certified mechanic of your choice, and they're paid directly with no middleman. Plans cover 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, lockout services, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Act now and get our elite benefits, including complete tire care and key fob replacement. A $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again, so call now for your free quote. Call 800-380-9012. 800-380-9012. Again, that's 800-380-9012.
Hi, Debbie Monterey here with Gloria Liu, owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. We've worked together for more than 5 years, and I've learned a lot about you and your business. Today, I actually found out a few things I didn't know, like your home sales stats. Compared to the average agent who sells less than 4 to 6 homes a year, you actually sell a home just about every other day. And even more impressive, your business has been built on giving back to our local community, including supporting St. Louis Children's Hospital.
Thank you. Every business should have a Go Serve Big initiative. When someone makes a referral, they're helping our communities, including St. Louis Children's Hospital, which is very special to me and my family because they helped me when I had my son many years ago. Today, sellers want to sell with certainty in this uncertain market. My upfront written guarantees are my secret to selling your home fast and for top dollar.
Friends, the secret is out. Call Gloria now at 314-325-6888, 314-325-6888, or GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/try and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/try. Openphone.com/TRY.
Mid-America's most trusted voice for news. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 10 o'clock, we have sunny skies, 64 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Megan Lynch. In the news, prices rising at a faster pace than previous months. The latest snapshot of economic activity in our 7-state region reveals many businesses expect that trend to continue.
In the manufacturing sector, as well as in the construction sector, we're hearing a lot of reports of increased cost pressures. So those cost pressures are building up, and firms are trying to figure out how much of that they can pass on to their own customers.
Chuck Gaskin, senior economist in the research division at the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, says some of the price increase is tariffs, some is companies trying to improve profit margins. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. appearing before a congressional committee this morning at issue layoffs and planned budget cuts that detractors say is wrecking the nation's ability to prevent disease. The secretary, in his opening remarks, addressed those firings and changes at the Centers for Disease Control.
We are the sickest country in the world.
That's why we have to fire people at CDC. They did not do their job. This was their job to keep us healthy.
Thank you.
And I need to fire some of those people to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Missouri isn't the only state hearing from the Department of Justice about voter data. The Illinois State Board of Elections also got a letter telling the state it wants the complete unredacted voter registration database. The Elections Board says it will not hand that over, citing state law that protects voters' personal information. A new poll finds many parents are struggling to balance work and school transportation for their kids. The AP NORC Hop Skip Drive survey shows more than a third of parents have missed work to take their kids to school. About 11% say they've even lost jobs due to school transportation issues. Lower income families are hit hardest, with 40% of those earning under $100,000 a year reporting negative impacts. Mothers often bear the brunt, with 68% driving their kids compared with 57% of fathers. It's now 10:02. Weather sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
A beautiful afternoon with plenty of sunshine. Our high 76. Clear to early tonight, some cloud late, though 65. Turning cloudy tomorrow with some showers, especially later in the day and early at night. The high 70. Sunshine returns for the weekend. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Sunny skies, 64 degrees in Florissant. It's 63 in St. Peters, 64 downtown at the Arch. I'm Megan Lynch, KMOX News.
The Martins came over, we were having spaghetti when we suddenly noticed that we started getting sweaty. So we grabbed the keys and we ate it in the van. That's what my friend said, call Jerry Kelly, man, JerryKelly.com. Give him a call even though it's late, JerryKelly.com.
The Chris and Amy Show on KMOX, brought to you by St. Louis Union Station. Step into the next chapter of family fun at St. Louis Union Station, where new rides bring fresh excitement to a timeless destination.
Go, Paulie!
Paulie's a great name.
Go, Paulie!
What'd you do for Paulie? Anything?
Me, Paulie! I was responsible!
Paulie, we're here because of you.
Yeah, we're happening, man, at the Whitmore Country Club. Whitmore Country Club out west. We are here for the Ted Savage Golf Classic, the Cardinals Care Golf Classic. And we go to the guest line in hour 2 of the show. It is Chris and Amy. The host of Sports Open Line, Redbird Rush Hour, and Cardinals pre- and post-game coverage is Matt Pauley, and he is with us now on KMOX. Hello, Matthew.
Hello.
So, yeah, man, won a series against the A's. That's nice.
Yeah, look, the A's came in overall over the last few weeks playing some pretty good baseball. They didn't play great the series before, but the big picture lately, they've been playing good baseball. I don't think they're a very good matchup for the Cardinals either, just the way that they approach things, their aggressiveness at the plate. So I would argue that was a very good 3 days overall for the Cardinals.
Well, that was a fun 3 days, and this weekend's going to be fun because Yadier Molina will return as a visiting coach this weekend.
Yeah, all the Hall of Fame stuff is going on, and he's got some connections to some people there. So this is good, and I think, look, there's people who try to make it more than it is. I really think this is Oliver Marmol really enjoying having a guy like Molina in the dugout, and Jimmy Crooks is here now, so it's an opportunity to get him around one of your young catchers, which is great. I see kind of the sarcastic messaging on social media. Oh, it's just the Cardinals trying to do something to sell tickets. You really think somebody's going to buy a ticket because Yadier Molina happens to be sitting in the dugout? Like, that's crazy stuff right there. So it's fun. It's good to have him around. I think most people associated with the team would like him to be more involved than he has been. So I'm glad he's going to be here this weekend.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing. And I think on Oliver Marmol's part, it's cool that he even suggests this, that it's his idea and that he wants, Yadi to be in the dugout because, and Matt, we talk about this all the time, the amount of criticism he gets as the manager, which is the nature of the job. Getting criticism happens, but to me, it shows quite a bit of confidence that you allow a player who is as popular as Yadier Molina and who some fans are always talking about being the manager of this team, letting him in the dugout.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot the first time, and Ollie is very comfortable in his own skin. He had a comment that he made, I think it was to Ken Rosenthal in The Athletic,
where he mentioned his faith and basically said he believes that, if he is supposed to be the manager of the Cardinals, then there's nobody that can take it from him. And if he's not supposed to be the manager of the Cardinals, well, then he's not supposed to be the manager of the Cardinals. And all he can do is continue to go forward on an everyday basis. And, whether that's a faith-based type thing or whether that's just having confidence in who you are and knowing that the universe is going to put you in the right spot, I think it's a pretty healthy way to look at life.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously you can do things to compromise your job security if you're, not smart about it. There's that element. But to Ollie's point, it seems that he's very genuine, very approachable with the Gas House Gang and him joining KMOX for, 30, 40 minutes every Tuesday. He's as honest as you can expect a manager to be. He invited Brant Brown, the hitting coach, to join on Tuesday. You mentioned Yadier Molina. It does feel like Ollie truly has his own vibe, is overused, but he has his own vibe. He has his own way of being a Cardinals manager while still fitting into the Cardinals system.
Yes, and he's trying to do what he thinks is best for the team to win games right now and win games long term. And he's not naive. He knows the general thought. He sits there and looks at the comments that are coming in on the stream as he's hosting, and so he is very aware that there is certainly a segment of the Cardinals fan base that is not a fan of his. And I think he does a pretty good job of placing that off to the side and doing what he thinks is best for the Cardinals.
So, I mean, you heard what Brown, the hitting coach of the Cardinals, said. We talked a lot about the Jordan Walker thing. Haven't had the chance to get your thoughts on this, Matt, but it sounded to me like he was and is frustrated with the way things have gone. And he didn't single out Walker. We asked him about that player in particular, but do you get the same sense that maybe the coaching staff is a little frustrated with him and maybe some of the other younger players?
Yes, I think frustration is the number one word on this thing. And it did manifest itself in, specifics about Walker. But I think to your point, there's probably a bunch of guys you could have asked him about, and the answers were going to be somewhat the same. I think it's a little bit more pronounced with Walker. It's damning when the hitting coach talks about the preparation that needs to go in to any given game, and maybe that's not happening with an individual. But then beyond that, just the fact that you got the sense from Brown that they weren't real happy with the way some of the hitters go about practicing. And look, another one of my pet peeves here, because I've seen it all over social media, people thinking that this is a high school football coach who, if a player isn't doing something, they can blow a whistle and tell them to go run laps. Like that's not the way it works in Major League Baseball. These players are their own things, and there are not coaches and not if a player doesn't want to do a certain type of thing in the afternoon, he basically doesn't have to do it. And if a player doesn't want to take it upon himself to practice in a way where you're turning up the pitching machine to 100 miles per hour and you're taking 3 steps towards it, if a guy doesn't want to do it, like there's nobody who's going to force him to do it. So, and it's that way for every organization. This is not something that is unique to the St. Louis Cardinals, but what is I think we're seeing that it's going to be really important for player development to get guys ready for the big leagues, and get guys ready for the big leagues, not just in the sense that they know how to play in the big leagues, but also that they know how to continue to practice and perform and prepare and all these things when they get there. So that's part of the process that's going on right now with Chaim Bloom and the redo of player development. There's issues. There's a lot of issues that have developed, and they're trying to work through them.
So when we talk about that, the individual is responsible for himself. The counter argument would be, well, it is the manager's job, it is the coaching staff's job to get the player to buy in. How much do you believe in that?
I believe in it in the sense that is part of the job, but there's also going to, if a guy just won't buy in, there's there's a lot of like this isn't all bad. So there's a bunch of guys who have bought in. Like Alec Burleson has completely bought in on everything. And this has been, I was talking about this the other day. You go back a couple years, Burleson, when Albert Pujols was around, saw Pujols doing the thing where he, had the pitch machine at super high velocity and was taking 2 steps forward. And Burleson's like, wow, that's a way to practice. And he started implementing that into what he was doing. So, and we're seeing Burleson have a career year. So it's not like the entire team has just decided to tune out what's going on. But I do think there are some players on the team that are not putting in the type of practice and preparation that the coaches want. So that, I guess the point, if every single player was just tuning out the coach, then I think that's a problem with the coach. There's something going on that players are not reacting to it. If there is a small number of maybe some of the younger guys who are wanting to just kind of continue to do it their way, then I think that comes back more to the player.
Matt, I think it's fair to say that what Brent Brown said on Gas House about the players and their preparation, and of course Jordan Walker, it probably took a lot of people by surprise. It felt a little bit like in-house stuff. And I know you don't want to read too much into something, but generally when in-house stuff starts to leak out into the media, it's not always a great sign that things are going swimmingly, just historically.
Yeah, I think it was calculated. I think they went in. I could be wrong. This is 100% my opinion, and I'm not 100% sure that I'm right on this one. This is kind of one of those like 51-49 sort of deals, but they knew that they were going to be asked about Jordan Walker going in. They knew that was probably going to be the first question. The dude was supposed to be a superstar, and he's got a sub 600 OPS. Like, of course, they're going to be asked about Jordan Walker. So I do think there was some a calculated measure there, and just like a couple years ago with the Tyler O'Neill thing, I think it was very calculated by Oliver Marmol. I think it was something that there was some frustration inside of the clubhouse a couple years ago with O'Neill, and Ollie was saying something that some of the veteran players wanted him to say when it came to the O'Neill thing. That was my takeaway on it. My takeaway on this one is somewhat similar. I don't know how much it's connected, maybe players being frustrated or not, but I do think there was some level of calculation here. I think they knew they were going to say that, and we would be naive to say that, Ricky Horton was talking about this, I believe, on the broadcast yesterday or 2 days ago, how Whitey Herzog communicated through the media all the time. So it's not something that I love seeing managers do. I think it's something that you try to, have the direct communication first, but is there a time and a place to use the media if you're a manager or a hitting coach or whatever? Yeah, there is. And I would just, my sense, my feeling is they knew that message was one message that they were going to use. Ron, not to throw this back on you, but you were doing the interview with them. Do you agree or disagree in the sense that it seems somewhat calculated?
Yeah, I don't think they were at all surprised, and maybe wanted to get it out there. And I got the sense
like not a slip
that this
of the
is
tongue.
no, absolutely not, because they were very intentional about it. And my sense is this is a last resort kind of thing, where if this is the first tactic they use, where they go to the press and complain about a player, that might be a little eyebrow raising. But I don't think that's what this is. I think this was they've tried to deliver the message, and it just hasn't gotten through. So what are you going to do? This is it. You go to the press, maybe get that attention on it. Maybe it does light a little bit of a fire in him, and, hope you get good results out of it. But at some point, he's got to take responsibility. If all of the things they're talking about, if all those things are actually happening or not happening, he has to take responsibility for them.
And it's also important at the end of the day, they're doing everything they can to get this guy to turn into a really good baseball player. I mean, if he just would have better swing decisions and better pitch recognition, he would be an all-star caliber player. He's got one of the fastest swings in all of Major League Baseball. When he makes contact, He hits the living you know what out of it. He is not like, it's so funny to say of the 250 or so qualified players, he's in like the bottom 5, bottom 10. So he is literally one of the single worst hitters in all of Major League Baseball. Yet you can look at him and say he is a couple small tweaks away from being one of the most impactful players in all of Major League Baseball. So if I'm a fan listening to this and I know the entire context around it, my first take is it's not that, hey, I'm going to be mad at Oliver Marmol or I'm going to be mad at Brant Brown because this is inappropriate that they're talking about this publicly. My takeaway is these guys are doing everything. They keep going down the list of things that they can do to help this guy. And this is the next thing on the list because they're trying to unlock a really, really impactful baseball player who just can't get out of his own way right now.
Redbird Rush Hour at 5 o'clock and Sports Open Line at 6 o'clock tonight with our guy, Matt Pauley. Matt, we appreciate you as always, buddy.
You bet. Thank you.
Yo, Paulie, your sister's with me. I'll call you back later. See ya.
Cardinals are off tonight, obviously, because we are at the Ted Savage Cardinals Care Golf Classic, where many of the Cardinals are here, actually, playing in this particular event. So we are live at Whitmore Country Club. We are glad you are with us, and we think you should put your phone down, no matter where you are.
Well, okay, you can turn on the Odyssey app and then
Odyssey
put
app
your phone
only.
down,
That's correct.
and then pick it up to leave us a voice message with the voice message feature on the KMOX page on the Odyssey app.
But there is an establishment that will not let you use your cell phone, and it's not a school.
It's not a school.
It's kind of interesting. We'll talk about that next on KMOX.
I hear from sellers all the time that they fear they have missed out on the selling market. They are so relieved to learn September, October, and November are strong selling months. With low inventory and hopefully lower interest rates, this fall will be a hot one for real estate. I'm Christina Straight, owner of Straight Realty. You may have heard me say, why pay more than 4 for years? Now it's why pay more than 2, saving you even more money. Call me 314-441-4444. And remember, why pay more than 2?
Straight Realty is a licensed broker in the state of Missouri, Kansas, and Nevada.
Get this, 42% of baby boomers don't even know how much money they have in their nest egg. If you're not sure where you stand in terms of getting ready for retirement, you should be listening to the All Financial Hour with Steve All.
Let's sit down and talk about your questions, because I think that's the most important thing that it is out there. It's what questions do you have?
Saturday mornings at 10 or Sunday evenings at 6, right here on KMOX.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
You've got a ton of equity in your home. You're sitting on a gold mine, and you could do so much with all that cash, like travel, invest it, or pay off debt, but you can't touch it unless you sell your home. But you really don't want to move. And besides, homes are sitting on the market for a long time these days. You're trapped, right? Well, not with TrueHold. With TrueHold, you can cash out your equity in as little as 30 days. And listen, you don't have to move. You can stay in the home you love as a renter. So that's TrueHold's Sell and Stay program. You cash out your entire home's value and stay put. TrueHold even covers property taxes, property insurance, and essential repairs. So imagine using that equity to travel, invest, or pay off debt and stay in your home. It's brilliant, especially in this slow market. You get an all-cash offer now by calling 1-855-300-9993. You can also visit Truehold.com, the smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
Cardinal Cowboy here. After a coma, a miracle, and the fight of my life, I made it back to the games wearing my signature cowboy hat and jersey. Then came the baseball pants, the replica trophy, and the smiles and joy from the young fans. That's when the Cardinal Cowboy was born. Renner Garage Door knows how to bring joy too. With top brands like Delden, Amar, and LiftMaster, and family service you can trust, get your free repair or replacement quote today. Forward and back. Giddy up!
RENNER, RENNER. At Odyssey, we believe in creating a diverse and inclusive workforce. We also value the power of community and encourage local organizations to help us in referring qualified applicants to our stations. If you're a community organization interested in receiving our vacancy information, simply email equalemployment@odyssey.com. You'll be notified of all our open positions. That's equalemployment@odyssey.com. And for all our listeners, please visit odysseyinc.com/careers for a list of job openings at all Odyssey radio stations.
It's the Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX, sponsored by the St. Louis Aquarium. Explore the St. Louis Aquarium at Union Station.
Mark Scores with you, and as Ron mentioned, there's a new establishment that is phone free officially, and it's not a school. There is a bar in Washington, D.C. that is going phone free. Chef Rock Harper of Hell's Kitchen fame has a bar in the H Street corridor. The bar is Hill Prince, and Rock Harper, the chef, has personally been experimenting with giving up technology. He traded in his smartphone for a flip phone. And this Friday, so in just a couple of days, or tomorrow actually, tomorrow, that bar, Hill Prince in Washington, D.C., will be called Hush Harbor. And you cannot bring your phone into Hush Harbor. It is a phone-free bar. This is how strict they are. Every patron who walks in has to put their phone in one of those Yonder magnetic pouches,
yes,
where your phone is locked up, and then they keep it, you keep your phone locked up and you're not allowed to use it. You carry it with you, but then you have to have it unlocked to go use it. And he said he's gotten a ton of pushback that nobody's going to want to come to this bar where you have to lock up your phone. And he believes otherwise. He said he's experimented with different phone-free nights or trying to discourage technology, and people love it. They talk. They're not constantly being tempted to look at their screen or feeling the phantom buzzes from their phones. Would you do it?
I don't know if I like this. How am I supposed to coordinate with people I'd rather be with than the people I'm with in the moment?
Well, that's the thing.
What if I want to go somewhere different? I want to text hey, are you guys having more fun than where I am?
It's funny because they use the phrase in the moment, because that's why he's doing it. You're stuck in the moment. He wants you to be fully present.
There's a U2 song about this, stuck in a moment and can't get out of it. That's what this is.
That's what it is. And he also said that there is no negotiation on using your phone inside, barring an emergency, quote, that ain't happening. And so, yeah, you literally put your phone in a Yonder pouch as you go into the bar. And I would say this, you probably don't want to do that all the time. I don't think we'd want every restaurant to be phone free.
No.
But I like this idea. Getting together with friends that you haven't seen in a while, or maybe family, and saying, let's go to Hush Harbor. Let's lock up our phones and let's just be super present. It takes the pressure off of you you're not using willpower now to look at your phone or to avoid looking at your phone, because it is an addiction. And I was talking to Kevin Wheeler and he said, well, just don't look at your phone. And I'm like, well, I get it.
That's a Kevin Wheeler thing.
Yeah, just don't look at your phone. You're an adult. and I know I'm an adult, and I know I cannot look at my phone, but if it's there, I'll look at it. I really do have some kind of an addiction. It's a habit. How many times have you been watching TV and you realize, oh, I'm on my phone, and you missed what happened because you were on your phone?
Oh.
How many times have you been looking at Twitter on your computer and then you pull up Twitter on your phone?
That I do a lot.
Because it
that
truly
I do a lot.
is an addiction. It's a habit. And to me, it's the same thing as willpower. The idea, it takes character, yes, to want to deny yourself and so forth. But willpower is a muscle, not a character trait. Like the more honest you are, if you're honest all day, every day, you don't get tired of being honest and go, man, I just need to lie. But with willpower, you do get tired of saying no to cake and no to sugar and no to treats and no to your phone. So willpower is a muscle that fatigues. And if you can take the pressure off of you, just put your phone away, out of sight, out of mind, I do think it's easier.
It's not all willpower. I think it's really difficult to do that. And I completely agree with you on that. And I also agree that I would not, maybe I'd try it out. Maybe I'd try it out if you're with certain people, you know, family, certain friends, a friend you haven't seen in a long time, a date, a lady friend. And you would like to just have it be the two of you. Yeah, great. I think that would be awesome. I think it's better in like concert settings. For example, Jack White is one of those people who does that. There's a comedian, it might have been Chappelle.
So I actually went to John Mulaney's concert.
And he does the same thing.
Show at Enterprise. And yes, we had to put our phone in the magnetic pouches. And I actually thought it would really slow up the entry and exit, and it did not.
Wasn't that bad?
It's very efficient.
I think in a case like that, it's better. I like that. You know, you're at a concert. It's only going to be a couple of hours. There's a show in front of you. Watch the show. Watch the show with your eyes. Yeah, okay, it's great. Get your phone out and record it and then go post it on Instagram later. Those videos suck, by the way. They absolutely suck.
Nobody watches those.
I took a bunch of photos and videos at the Oasis concert. Not a bunch, but a handful. I didn't post any of them because they all look bad.
And it's kind of dorky at this point because everybody posts the concert photos.
Right. Everybody does it. So it doesn't do anything
and I mean,
for
I still
me.
do it
yeah, I do too, just to prove that I was there, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think if I was told that I couldn't do it and then nobody else could do it, great. I'm with you. But I think bars and restaurants, it's a little different. I don't know how much I'd like it, but I guess I'd try it out once.
Yeah. And we babysat when we couldn't get a hold of our parents because I know a big question is, well, what if you've got kids at home? And I get that concern, but I also understand that somehow every generation before this generation has managed to babysit for 2 hours without constant contact with their parents.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. No,
I mean, it sounds really hard-hearted. I get it, but if you go on a long run and you don't have your phone, or your parents are hiking, they don't have a phone, or they don't have service, I just don't think it's the worst thing in the world to be unavailable for 2 hours.
That's Amy Marks, Coors. I'm Chris Ranji. There are certain people I love to be unavailable to.
Steve.
Oh, Steve. Boy, he's a serial texter. Our boss.
3 in the morning,
My
5 in the morning.
He doesn't sleep. You know another guy who doesn't sleep? It's a guy who works very hard. It's Major Garrett, Chief Washington correspondent for CBS News, and he joins us next on KMOX.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan. $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill. But those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in. Cool as can be. Tap GoodRx. Saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Feel like your paycheck barely keeps up with your life? At the Financial Freedom Seminar, learn how real people are building passive income and retiring early using real estate. It's all happening live in St. Louis with Lifestyles Unlimited, September 27th and 28th. You'll leave with a step-by-step plan to change your future. Text radio to 88007. That's live in St. Louis, September 27th and 28th. Text radio to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007.
It is 65 beautiful degrees here in St. Louis. Going to have a high around 74. Oh my gosh, this is as good as it gets. The weather is brought to you by Financial and Tax Strategies.
It's never too early to start thinking about your retirement journey, and it's never too late either. You just need to know that the steps may look a little different. Listen to Wealth and Wisdom with Gary Goldberg, Saturday mornings at 7 here on KMOX.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Paid for by Action Matters. Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out.
Attention parents of children who have used the gaming platform known as Roblox. If your child was a victim of sexual abuse or harm of any kind while using the Roblox platform, you may be entitled to compensation. Roblox is facing multiple high-profile lawsuits, including an ongoing class action, alleging it failed to protect users from foreseeable dangers that led to the grooming, exploitation, and sexual abuse of minors on the platform. Claims allege Roblox turned a blind eye to predators, unsafe games, and deceptive monetization practices that targeted children. Victims were contacted through in-game chats and coerced into private conversations on third-party apps. If you believe your child may have been a victim of grooming, sexual abuse, or harm of any kind while using the Roblox platform, you may be entitled to a cash settlement. Text our helpline now to find out if you have a viable compensation claim against Roblox. Text GONE to 32 32 32. That's GONE to 32 32 32. GONE to 32 32 32.
We've been here 30 years. 30 Christmases in this house, and we have the traditions that most families have.
That's Terry talking about her experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We did Rhino Shield 14 years ago, and the house still looks the same as the first day. Rhino Shield really worked with me to help me get just the right, nice, soft yellow, and it's 14 years later, and it's the same color.
The main reason Terry called Rhino Shield is because it's backed by its 25-year transferable warranty.
It just sounded wonderful that we could have the house coated with Rhino Shield and not have to worry about it again for 25 years.
Take it from Terry. Give Rhino Shield a call now for a free evaluation. 877-25-RHINO. 877-25-RHINO. Or visit 877-25rhino.com.
There have been neighbors that have come by and said, "Did you just have your house painted?" Because they wanted to know who the contractor was. And I said, "No, it's actually Rhino Shield."
877-25rhino.com.
It's Tom Ackerman for Ophthalmology Associates, the doctor's doctors, 314-966-5000 or online at youridoc.com.
Cards manager Ollie Marmol joins the Gas House Gang every Tuesday at noon. Sponsored by Siteman Cancer Center on the voice of the Cardinals, 104.1 FM, KMOX. It's Major News with Major Garrett, our weekly conversation with CBS's chief Washington correspondent.
Also host of the Takeout on CBS News 24/7. It is Major Garrett, who joins us every 10:30 or every Thursday at 10:30 or just after here on 104.1 FM KMOX. We are joined by Major right now. How's it going, our friend?
It's great. Good to see you. I mean, not good to see you, but good to hear you. And I understand you're at a country club having grapes peeled for you and lattes served up every half hour, stuff like that.
Yeah, how'd you know? Isn't that what you normally get at the CBS HQ?
We were trying to run into you, Major, and we thought, where would Major be? Probably a country club.
Yeah, I'm a real country club type, no doubt.
Well, Major, how about this? We are halfway to Columbia, where you went to college. So
yes.
If you wanted to visit your old school, you could stop by here at the Whitmore Country Club.
Excellent. So, I hope it's a wonderful day for you both.
Oh, it's beautiful. 65 degrees. Couldn't be better. So, Major, today, RFK Jr. testifying before a Senate panel about vaccine policy and the changes there and the CDC stuff that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do we know today?
So the main reason he came to appear was to talk about the president's Make America Healthy agenda. But quickly, senators got him on vaccines because of the turmoil at the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Dr. Susan Monterez, who was nominated by the president, backed by RFK Jr., confirmed by the Senate, sworn in on July 31st by RFK Jr., was fired within less than a month because of a dispute over the direction of vaccine policy. And she has an op-ed, Dr. Susan Monterez, in the Wall Street Journal this morning that basically says, because I wouldn't buckle under and I demanded scientific evaluation of everything we were going to do in the vaccine space, I was sacked. And now children in America are going to get, and their parents, confusing, mildly, or maybe even worse, dangerous misinformation, she said, her words not mine, about vaccines. And RFK Jr. defended his actions, said that some of the statements in the op-ed in the Wall Street Journal are lies. But even Republicans, Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, I just saw Senator Barrasso, John Barrasso from Wyoming, say they're concerned about the direction of statements from HHS and CDC under RFK Jr.'s leadership about vaccines. And this is now spilling over into states. Florida yesterday announced it's going to ban all vaccine mandates, even for vaccines for children, MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella, smallpox. And this creates a new dimension for parents, for children, for school teachers, because if you take away those vaccines, you are going to, health experts say, increase the likelihood of diseases this country thought it had largely, if not completely, eradicated. And so this is, I think, a new pressure point for the Make America Healthy agenda, because a lot of other things, food dyes, seed oils, chemicals in food, which I think have broad bipartisan support or broad bipartisan curiosity and skepticism about, are getting washed away because of this anti-vaccine initiative that RFK Jr. seems to be not only comfortable with, but accelerating.
Major, where do you see this country in 5 or 10 years when it comes to these talks about healthcare or vaccines? Because obviously we've swung so far in this direction with RFK and banning vaccine mandates in Florida. We had the COVID vaccine that, I mean, for a lot of times during the COVID pandemic, absolutely there were errors, and I would say misleading errors in messaging, right? Whether the Surgeon General said you should wear masks or not wear masks.
Right,
Operation Warp Speed was Trump's, but then somehow now, a lot of the Trump contingent doesn't like the vaccine. There were shutting down businesses, but then, protests and marches for the George Floyd were allowed. And so people got bitter and resentful.
Yes, absolutely.
How do you fix that? Because I can see why people were frustrated, but it swung far the other way.
Right. So I think you've described it perfectly, Amy. There was frustration and people felt that they had lost any sense of control, that there was a deference, possibly a misplaced deference to experts and expertise. And then they began to wonder, was there a political agenda behind it? And there were evidentiary trails that suggested in some cases there were. And so they listen to and they appreciate hearing RFK Jr. saying, I'm going to take all the politics out of science. And yet he fired everyone on a vaccine advisory panel, replaced them with anti-vaxxers. So that just looks like a different kind of politics masquerading as pure science or gold standard science. So there does seem to be this pendulum swing in the other direction, because people had such, not everyone, but a certainly sizable portion of our country had a negative reaction to what came their way and what was either mandated or close to mandated during COVID. And the swinging in the other direction, like I said, is spilling over. I mean, there was not a conversation in our country pre-COVID at all about eliminating vaccine mandates for standardized, long accepted childhood vaccinations in any school district in our country, let alone an entire state. Now there is. And I think that pendulum swing, which started with skepticism, then sort of morphed into hostility, has now moved into a kind of blanket dismissal of things that we know. We have mounds of data that show work. And we're like, no, let's wipe that away too. I mean, Florida is an enormously large state. And what Florida does about vaccines will radiate to other red states. I guarantee you. Don't be surprised if in Missouri, someone in the legislature starts saying, why don't we do what Florida did? Why don't we get rid of mandates?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll be more surprised if it doesn't happen here.
Precisely. And so these pendulum swings matter in politics because they influence policy and they influence the way people think about things. And I know as a parent, when I was raising my 3 kids, I was very glad that we had these vaccine mandates for things that we knew worked, because they maintained a core level of safety for all children, because there are enough things that kids get, ear infections and all sorts of other things that you can't control. But if you can control these big, scary things, chickenpox, measles, mumps, rubella, hepatitis, things like that, you want to have those baseline protections there. And if suddenly states start saying, you know what, let's just play roulette with that, well, that creates all sorts of uncertainties where we don't need those uncertainties. To be skeptical of and unhappy with COVID is one thing. To take that skepticism and hostility to things that we know work and have worked feels like, and based on the conversation, even from Republicans with RFK Jr. today in the Senate Finance Committee, indicated there's some misgivings about the direction all of this is taking.
Major, meanwhile, the National Guard has been in D.C. for weeks now. The president has said he's going to send them to Chicago maybe next week, early next week. The D.C. has sued the Trump administration over this. There's a story in CNN that morale is low among National Guard troop because they don't really know what they're doing there. So
right.
what's going to happen here moving forward? Because it looks like it will expand to other cities beyond Chicago.
It's interesting. The president has been in a lot of different rhetorical spots on this just this week. So on Tuesday, he was pretty aggressive about sending the National Guard to Chicago. Then yesterday, he said, you know what, I think I may send them to New Orleans. Why? Because the governor of Louisiana, Jeff Landry, longtime Trumpist, has said he's open to it. And the president said, his words, not mine, that he was rethinking Chicago. Because the simple truth is this. He has latitude in Washington, D.C. because it's a federal district. He does not have legal latitude in any state in this union to send in the National Guard absent something he can assert is a crisis. Like in Los Angeles, he said there was some threat to a federal building. That gave him at least a fig leaf of legitimacy. Federal courts have said that fig leaf didn't actually exist, but at least gave it in the moment. There is no way that a president can say, you know what, I don't like the crime in city X, and therefore I'm going to federalize the National Guard and send them in. There is no legal authority to do that. And that's abundantly clear. There's latitude in the District of Columbia because it is a federal district. It's not a state. There is a melding of district power and federal power in the nation's capital. That melding doesn't exist anywhere else. But in Louisiana, if the Republican governor says, I'd like the National Guard to come here, I would be open to that, then there are fewer legal hurdles to get over. So just yesterday afternoon, the president, I'm kind of rethinking Chicago. So I don't know what's going to happen in Chicago or Baltimore or some of these other places he's name checked. But New Orleans, if the governor of Louisiana has his way, it may happen there next. There are two issues here. What are the legal limits of a president? And what does this country do and think about crime control generally? Historically, we have left that up to states and municipalities. The president said earlier this week, no president's done what I've done before on this. Well, yeah, there's a reason for that. You don't have the legal right to do it. And guess what, Mr. President? You don't want to become the mayor of every big city in this country. You know why? Because it's a hard job, and you're the president of the United States, a big enough job already.
Major, speaking of governors and political trends, what do you make of Gavin Newsom kind of Trumpifying the way he tweets and speaks to the media? I'm looking at his Twitter feed now. There's him like AI as George Washington or shirtless with a bear. There's him holding a baby Trump and putting a baby Trump in jail. It's I had to make sure this was actually Gavin Newsom's account, but he's kind of playing that Trumpian game of hurling mud at the other side. So what do you make of that?
So it's been an interesting transformation, and it's all occurred in the space of less than 6 months. It was only 4 months ago that Gavin Newsom, the Democratic governor of California, was booking on his podcast every right-wing figure he could, Steve Bannon and the like, to try to get to know them better. And he decided that there was very limited political utility in doing that. Maybe it was just a gesture. Maybe it was an effort to say, I want to hear more. And then he took the hard turn back to the left where he always has been. But this most recent endeavor is to try to do something that Democrats to this point had never done, which is, I'm not going to either dismiss or say how outrageous Trump is, or say how stupid he is, or how caustic he is, or toxic. No. I'm going to mimic Trump, occupy the same space, so that becomes my way of satirizing the president. That becomes my way of trolling him instead of constantly feeling, as Democrats have in the entire Trump era, trolled only by Trump. And all of their reaction to it falling on deaf ears. Gavin Newsom has decided the way to operate in the Trump space is to mimic Trumpian social media content to a T. And he's done, I would say, because it's an easy thing to mock. It's so simple. It's kind of elementary possibly in its presentation. Be as simple and as elementary as Trump in order to say that space is no longer original. Anyone can do it, and I can do it just as well as he can, or just as poorly, depending on your point of view. And it has been the only thing, I think, in the social media space that's come from any Democrat that has had any long-term stickiness to it, meaning people keep talking about it. One post can last for 2 or 3 days. Only Trump was able to do that for the longest time. Now Gavin Newsom is starting to get in that game.
Major Garrett, we appreciate you very much. We can't wait to see you, and we assume you're on the way to Whitmore.
I'll be delivering your latte shortly.
Oh, you know what?
Thank you.
It's about time you brought us something. After everything we've done for you.
After everything you've done for me, no doubt. No doubt. Right. I get the list every week.
Major Garrett, you're the best. Thank you.
Talk to you next week.
Chief Washington correspondent for CBS News. Watch his show, The Takeouts, CBS News 24/7. You can also listen to it as a podcast as well. It's the Chris and Amy Show. When we come back, did you see this on KMOX?
When you want a brand new kitchen, there's nothing to it. There's a brand new way to do it. 3-day kitchen and bath. It's all about time.
3 days or less.
At 3-day kitchen and bath.
Do you love your house and hate the thought of assisted living? Whether you're caring for a loved one in your home right now or planning to live independently in the years ahead, call 3-Day Kitchen and Bath. They can completely remodel your old bathroom in just 3 days and back up their work with a 100% satisfaction guarantee on both their quality and craftsmanship. If all you need is a new walk-in tub or easy entry shower to make your life easier, they could do just that for you. Avoid the hassle and stress of remodeling. Check them out on the web at 3daykitchen.com or call 3-Day Kitchen and Bath for your free design consultation today. 3-Day Kitchen and Bath. It's about time.
It's about time.
3 days or less.
At 3-Day Kitchen and Bath.
It's back, and you're invited to join us in Forest Park, September 19th and 20th, for the 53rd Annual Great Forest Park Balloon Race Weekend, presented by PNC Bank. Attendance is free, and the number of memories and photos you can capture is endless. Special thanks to New Ground International and Blue Moon Brewing Company. The 53rd Annual Great Forest Park Balloon Race Weekend. For more details, visit the events page at KMOX.com. This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test. This has been a test of the emergency alert system. This was only a test.
Eggland's Best. The only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Available in so many delicious varieties. Classic, cage-free, organic, free-range, and pasture-raised. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/try and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/try. openphone.com/TRY.
When we started Neoviten back in 2009, we wanted to create a multivitamin that we would take ourselves. That's why we use quality ingredients in our Neoviten Original Formula multivitamin. With over 20 vitamins and minerals, along with our physician-formulated proprietary blend, you can be sure you are getting the highest quality daily nutritional support. Give Neoviten Original Formula multivitamin a try for yourself. Find it at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, and online at neoviten.com.
An important message from S&L Coins. S&L Coins pays top dollar for your gold and silver coins, old currency, gold-filled jewelry, scrap gold and silver, silver plating, gold and silver bullion. Get a quote with a call to S&L at 544-3600. S&L Coins, 544-3600. Or visit S&L Coins at 9300 Gravois, just east of McKenzie. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 Saturday. Before you sell, call S&L 544-3600.
The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX. Now, did you see this? With Chris and Amy.
Ranch Gabrielle Wall. She's a woman from New Zealand, and she holds the record for the fastest person ever for the 100-meter run.
Okay.
Over Legos. Completely barefoot.
What?
Here is a video of Gabrielle Wall from New Zealand running 100 meters, the 100-meter dash.
Barefoot
over
Legos.
Legos. And when I say Legos, I mean these Legos are densely poured, arranged over the entire lane. It's
of a track.
On a track. She's surrounded by cameras. You know, the Guinness Book of World Records. You have to make it very official. All the Guinness people are there. She did it in 24.75 seconds. And she is doing a full barefoot sprint over not a few scattered Legos. I mean, Legos where every inch of that lane is covered in Legos.
I hate this woman.
I
hate this woman.
Oh my
Why
gosh.
did she discover she could do this?
I don't know. I mean, and you can tell she's in pain.
So she's at home. She had a kid or something. She's got to
have a bunch of kids.
She has a bunch of kids. She steps on Legos. She goes, that doesn't even hurt. I bet I can run down a track full of Legos and not even.
I mean, the Legos
even react.
Are flying up as she runs over,
I
and you
hate
can
this
see
woman.
her focusing through the pain.
And
you don't realize how long 100 meters of Legos is until you see 100 meters of Legos densely packed, covering an entire lane of a track.
I am sick of this woman.
Well,
I don't like her.
I don't know what to tell you. Would you like some good news?
Well, I've got some good news. What do you have?
Well, I have that the UK grocery chain Tesco.
Yeah.
It is testing some new technology. Avocado ripeness scanner.
Oh, that's not a bad thing to have.
So shoppers can now see if the avocado that they're using is the
Or about to buy.
ripeness. But the thing is, you can kind of tell by feeling an avocado. An avocado is one of the few fruits that
honestly,
is easy to tell if it's ripe or not.
One of my favorite things in the world to do is grope the avocados at the store.
You know what? When you
I
say
love
it
it.
like that, I feel violated.
I love it.
I feel between Fredbird and you, it's been a very harassy day. Fredbird didn't do anything inappropriate.
No, he's just been dropping scones and bringing us water.
Yeah. You know how he eats your head, like
He hasn't done it. He hasn't eaten my head in a while.
Puts his beak on your big dumb head.
Yeah, I thought he only did that to me when I was a kid. Turns out he does it to everybody.
Well, anyway,
Cheater.
so Tesco is seeing if avocados are ripe. I feel like you can kind of tell that, but there
Amy,
you go. But
you know how much I love the pitch clock. I think it's one of the greatest things
This
of
guy
any sports league has ever done. It has finally implemented some real pace into the game of baseball. The numbers, and this is from a Twitter account called Codify Baseball. It's a really good Twitter account if you are a baseball fan to follow. So since the pitch clock has been implemented, the amount of 3 plus hour games, you know, the slow death march of a baseball game. 17% of the games in 2023 lasted more than 3 hours, 12% last year. It's at 15% now. So the pitch clock is working.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was in 2022? What percentage of games went over 3 hours?
73.
60.
Wow.
Before that, it was 67.
Yeah.
But if you go back to like 2003, it was only about 28%. In the 80s, we are back now to games lasting about as long as they did in the 80s.
So wasn't it 2 games ago that the Cardinals game was an hour and 55 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
That's insane.
That's great. And you know what?
That's insane. That's quicker than a hockey game.
St. Charles native Mark Burley
Yes.
routinely used to throw 2-hour games.
Really?
Amazing. He'd get the ball and throw it.
That's
because
because he had to hurry up to get back to Whitmore.
Yeah, that's right. To get to Whitmore, we're basically out there right now.
Yeah.
We are at Whitmore Country Club right now. Final hour of the show is coming up. Chris and Amy, it's the Ted Savage Cardinals Care Golf Classic going on today. Terrific event. Beautiful day. Hope you're out enjoying the day here in St. Louis. Chris and Amy on KMOX.
Hey guys, it's Kevin Wheeler. Struggling with low energy, performance issues, or weight gain? Game Day Men's Health has you covered with testosterone therapy, ED treatments, and more, all in a relaxed environment that's like being in the man cave. At Game Day, you get a free testosterone test and consultation all in just an hour. Game Day is the premier men's health clinic with 3 area locations in Chesterfield, O'Fallon, Missouri, and Glen Carbon, Illinois. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com. That's GameDayMen'sHealth.com and get back to the top of your game with Game Day Men's Health.
Gloria Liu, owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Gloria, you've been helping families for more than 22 years with your guarantees, your buyers in waiting program, and you were telling me that between now and the end of the year is a good time to sell. Can you share why?
Always good to see you. When it comes to timing, the spring and fall selling season have historically been the most active. However, due to raised home value and affordability, this market still has lots of sellers and buyers on the sidelines. Fact is, between now and year end is a great time to discuss the sale of your home. I have guaranteed sale program solutions for every situation, including instant multiple cash offers, 100% market value, or my trusted guaranteed sale program, where I'll sell your home at our agreed upon price, or I will buy it myself.
Sounds like a plan. The time is now. Call Gloria Liu at 314-325-6888, 314-325-6888, or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com, GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Your home equity could vanish almost overnight, stolen by scammers who forge a deed and transfer it out of your name. The FBI calls it house stealing, and the worst part is you may not know it until it's too late. Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO for a 30-day free trial, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now. Promo code RADIO.
St. Louis. This is Carl Tucker from North St. Louis. A few years ago, my son was involved in a neighborhood conflict that ended in gun violence. We reached out to the Urban League Gun Violence and De-Escalation Network, and they stepped in immediately. They contacted the other side and helped de-escalate the situation before it could get out of control. Call the Urban League Gun Violence De-Escalation Team today at 314-250-5900. Your call could save a life.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 11 o'clock, we have sunny skies, 66 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Megan Lynch. The Senate Finance Committee grilling Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. about the administration's health care agenda.
Kennedy began his appearance by defending the moves made under him so far, including last week's firing of the head of the CDC and changes to vaccine recommendations.
We at HHS are enacting a once-in-a-generation shift from a sick care system to a true health care system that tackles the root causes of chronic disease. disease.
Oregon Democratic Senator Ron Wyden.
This set of changes is going to damage American healthcare, and particularly these healthcare agencies, for decades to come.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Tough times for farmers right now.
It's been a really difficult year for row crop farmers.
Chuck Gaskin, senior economist in the research division at the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. Major row crop prices are below farmers' break-even production costs.
Commodity prices that are at some of the record lows. Input costs are continuing to be elevated, so that you put those two things together, and it's hard to make a profit.
Gaskin says farm equipment dealers seeing more defaults on payments. NASCAR in Madison is a big economic driver for the whole region.
This is Stuart McMillan. The state of Illinois, through its Enjoy Illinois tourism campaign, has sponsored the NASCAR race in Madison, Illinois since 2022, investing about $2.2 million since then. The sponsorship has helped generate about $60 million for the economy. That's spending on hotels, restaurants, and retail and the like. And it's been a sellout event each year at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
The Maryville pastor shooter denied transfer to a non-secure treatment facility. A judge denied Terry Sedlicek's request to leave Alton Mental Health Center. He was also denied supervised off-ground outings. You may remember Sedlicek opened fire on a church in 2009. He fired and killed Pastor Fred Winters. Church members took him down when his gun locked. Time for weather now, sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm.
This afternoon will be sunny and gorgeous, cooler than yesterday, the high 76. Clear to partly cloudy tonight, though 65. Clouding up tomorrow with some showers around, especially from late morning on, the high near 70. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Currently, we have sunny skies, 66 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Megan Lynch, KMOX News.
At Sandberg Phoenix, we are more than just a law firm. Our attorneys are committed to you, your business, and your community. We are ready to serve you in the areas of business litigation, intellectual property, health law, and products liability. SandbergPhoenix.com. The choice of lawyers is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
The Chris and Amy Show on KMOX. Brought to you by St. Louis Union Station. St. Louis Wheel Park now offers 3 brand new amusement rides.
If you did not get a foursome for the Ted Savage Cardinals Care Golf Classic today at Whitmore Country Club, you're missing out, dude.
It's too late now, Ron.
That's what I'm saying. You're missing out because it is nice. It is such a nice day, a nice event, and you've missed out on basically perfect weather for golf.
You have, and also a beautiful country club.
Yep.
A beautiful drive.
Yep.
And I feel a little bit like it's a time warp.
Yeah.
Because as you drive out and then you pass all these pastures, and the homes are rather stately on beautiful multiple acreage per home. And I thought, this is pretty nice out here.
And I insist that we are out in the sticks.
No, we're not.
We are so far out. We are so
we're in
far
rural
out.
Missouri.
This is rural Missouri.
He's like, we're halfway to Colorado.
We are. We might as well. I drove here today, and I thought I might as well just go to Kansas.
Well,
I could go to Lawrence. There's probably a football game this weekend I could watch.
Here's what I'm telling you. All these people are like, why aren't people going downtown? Why don't people in St. Charles go downtown?
It's the crime. It's not the crime. It's the distance.
It's the distance.
I'm going to have to stop to get 2 tanks of gas on the way home.
Listen, if I had a choice right now to drive downtown and, I don't know, go do something down there or sit by this pool surrounded by the bucolic environment that is Whitmore Country Club, I think I'm staying by the pool.
Speaking of driving, I forgot to tell you this.
Oh, no.
I think it's not looking good for my vehicle, which was involved in an accident. It's not looking good.
He should be. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made
in a single person accident.
Mistakes
were made. What happened was the median jumped out and it crawled under Ron's car at 35 miles an hour.
And I've been doing a lot of reports to 411, the city, because of issues around the city. I need to talk to them about the jumping medians, because these medians, they just keep moving out in front of my car. I think I'm gonna have to get a new one. This sucks. I don't want to have to go buy a new car.
If you've ever played,
I don't want to do this.
Mario Kart.
We just talked about how difficult it is to get a car now.
Yeah.
It's going to be $1 million.
Probably maybe $2 million.
I don't want to buy a new car.
Are you going?
My car only had it has less than 70,000 miles on it. And now I got to get a new one.
What if you found a great car that you love? Let's say it's let's say it's $40,000 for your new car.
Yeah, what the
So
hell?
let's say that's what it
Yeah.
is, and it's a nice car. And they go, okay, well, we have this one color, and it's kind of a metallic booger green. And they're like, and that one will sell to you for $20,000.
You know, my buddy in high school got a booger green metallic looking car.
You
know what it was? It was
talking about.
it was an Eagle Talon.
Yeah.
Is that something? Who made that car? Do you remember what the? I have no.
Jim is making
I
our
have no idea.
broadcast possible.
Thank
and
you,
he's
Jim.
helping out.
He's our engineer today. It was so ugly.
Yeah.
We made fun of him so
Yeah.
much he traded it back in.
But you didn't answer the question. $40,000 for the car that you want, or that same exact car, maybe even the touring edition
Yeah.
of that car
Free.
for $20,000. So
$20,000.
it's half off, but
Okay.
it's metallic booger green. I think you're doing it.
Booger green.
Metallic booger green.
Well, if I'm going to get booger green, it's got to be metallic.
Well, it does.
Okay, yes, I'm doing it.
Yeah, because you're saving $20,000.
Actually, no, I'm not. I told you about the time that when I had an endorsement thing with
Yeah.
a dealership in Chicago suburb, and they used to bring me a
Wait,
car
you
to
mean
drive.
the Chicago Sticks?
No, that was an actual suburb. There were roads and whatnot paved, and so they brought me the car that I was getting to
Yeah.
drive for the season, and it was a Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ford dealership, and they showed up to the ballpark with a bright blue PT Cruiser. Have you ever seen a PT Cruiser? They're awful. I can't believe they even made them. I don't know what they were thinking.
Somehow, whenever I see PT Cruisers, they remind me of an old timey hat.
Yeah.
On a guy that would talk like, "See,
That's
it's
all right.
my hat, see?"
Like Polo Asensio when he showed up today with his hat.
No, that was too sharp. I mean, like, who's like a PT Cruiser looks like a car in a Roger Rabbit,
Okay, like Humphrey Bogart kind of thing,
Yeah.
right? I think that's
a film noir.
Yeah, maybe that's what they were intending. But anyway, so these guys show up with the car, and I'm not kidding you. They got out of the car, and I met them. They were laughing as they were handing me the keys, and I knew them, and I'm like, oh, well, thank you. I was, it wasn't like I was doing a whole lot for the car, so I'm just like, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Is it blueberry blue?
Blueberry blue.
Oh my gosh.
Like blueberry, like the blues blue.
So what you're saying?
It was that blue.
Celibacy on wheels.
Yes, it was not like navy, dark navy, almost black. That car, we would have called it the pill, birth control pill, because nothing. I would have. Man, it was so
you show
awful.
up to pick up a lady, and she's like, "Ew."
Yeah. If I had showed up for a date with that car, she would have said no. She would have opened the door, closed it, and left.
Yeah.
So anyway, I drove it for about 2 weeks, and I just reluctantly, I'm like, God, I feel grateful to have this thing to drive, but also I can't drive this thing. So I called them and said, look, I really appreciate this car. I can't drive it. I'll just drive my own or whatever I said. And they're like, look, we'll bring you something different. And they did.
Here's
so
what
it
I
was
hope.
nice.
I hope that you, in your current condition, where you need a car because your car is broken because mistakes were made in a single car accident
Yeah.
involving a median.
There was another car involved.
I hope somebody
He didn't hit.
makes you an offer that you cannot refuse, and that it's either
It's
a
a-
blueberry blue PT Cruiser
Yeah.
or a metallic booger green car.
I'll be using Uber the rest of my life.
No, I
That's
think you
what'll
can't
happen.
refuse in this economy.
Yeah.
In this
That's
economy,
what I'll be doing.
And someone offers
Yep.
you a car for $2,000 and it's got 20,000 miles on it, and the only thing against it is that it's blueberry blue and it's a PT Cruiser.
Why are you giving away a car with 2,000 miles?
Because it's a blueberry blue PT Cruiser.
Yeah, I'm not
Because
driving
some
that car.
people want to be
can't
in a
do it.
relationship again.
But I would like to point out that it wasn't just me. There was a van involved who had no awareness of where he was, and I think had no idea that it even happened, because I hit that thing and I hit it hard, and he just kept going. So he never taught. And this is what the insurance agent told me.
Okay.
She goes, "Well, you'd have been better off if you let him hit you." And I'm like, "Why?" She goes, "Because then it's his fault. Now it's your fault."
Yeah.
So damn it.
Yeah, you
That-
should have
that's-
let him hit you.
Yeah.
Then
Now
you
I
could
gotta-
get a new car.
All right, who wants to give me a new car? Let me know.
And please let it be metallic booger green.
No,
Hey,
I'm not driving a metallic green booger car. I am not driving a bright blue
not a booger
blueberry.
car.
It's a booger,
It's a
bright
booger green
blue
car.
PT Cruiser. I'm not driving your ugly vehicles.
Wow,
give me-
beggars
give me- if
can't
you
be
got-
choosers.
If you give me something slick,
Can
I
I
want
just-
something slick.
I have a shout out. Speaking of vans, If you were on Highway 40 westbound driving through Chesterfield Valley this morning in a white Sprinter van,
That might have been the one that ran me off the road.
this guy was driving like it was a NASCAR race.
I bet it was that guy.
Dude, he was, I mean, you know, when you see a Sprinter van, you think, well, this guy's driving with caution. You know, safety is my number one priority. How is my driving? Call this number. He didn't have any of those stickers.
No.
This guy was driving like it was the Indy 500. He was in the fast lane. He cut across 5 lanes of traffic. He was bobbing and weaving. Honestly, I didn't know a Sprinter van could move like that.
I'm going to assume that it's the same van that
Might
ran me
be.
off the road, and I'm going to assume there was somebody chained up in the back.
What if he was parked in this parking lot right now? Wouldn't that be kismet?
So yes, it would. I want somebody to find this. You find this man. You find that man. I need his head on a platter, and I need him to. I'm going to take that van from him.
Here's a text number.
Actually, it's
for you.
okay.
314-436-7900. 314-436-7900. I would love what if someone listening to this right now
Mm-hmm.
has perhaps the most aesthetically offensive vehicle
Yeah.
in the history of the world, and they're going to make you an offer.
Well,
you
I'm
can't
not.
refuse.
Okay. I'm just going to tell you right now. You know, I am damn near 50. I can't be driving around some booger car.
Well, what
Some
are the
booger green car. I'm not doing it.
we'll
Not
see.
doing it.
We'll see what the texters have to say.
I don't know how much time I have left. I need to be driving
3
around in a
minutes.
nice car. No, I don't know. You know what I mean? So you were talking about the avocado scanner that will let you know
Yeah.
at the grocery store how ripe your avocado is before you buy it. A couple of texters say this one says, could we please get a scanner to see if the watermelons are right instead? And I agree. Sometimes a watermelon is really
Mm-hmm.
bad. Just bland, nothing to it. Just
When it's light pink and watery, ugh,
yes. Yeah.
gross. That's a bad watermelon.
Yeah. And this is a texter about that restaurant that is not allowed in Washington,
Yeah.
D.C., that is not allowing people to have their cell phones available. So you have to come into the restaurant. You have to put your phone in one of those pouches that locks it up. When you leave, they will unlock the pouch. Then you can have access to
Yeah.
your phone again. The whole point is to get you to be present in the moment at the restaurant. And this person says, just give the restaurant, give any person who needs to contact you an emergency number. Just give them the restaurant phone number. How are people going to function without putting photos of what they are eating
Yeah, great
online?
point.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
And I agree with that.
Well, and also, here's the key here. No one's forcing you to go to the restaurant.
That's correct.
You don't have to go to the I can't live like this. Well, then don't go to the restaurant.
This texter says, I am for a cell phone free world. Well, except for when I want it. And that's how I feel. I feel like there should be no cell phones unless I want the cell phone available to me.
That, again, that is on brand for you.
Another listener writes in, does Chris lock his phone up when he takes his Chicago family out to eat?
Oh, my gosh. That's a great point.
Yeah, I have to.
Do you have a no photo rule with your wife? So you have no pictures of you with your kids?
Correct.
Because you can't have that evidence floating around
Right.
these days.
Right.
They say, oh, it's deleted. It's always in the cloud.
Yeah, it's always in the cloud.
Somewhere there's a picture of you holding a baby with glasses on.
The baby has glasses?
Yes.
Yeah. We don't even know if his eyesight is bad. We just assume it is.
You're not the father. This kid can see.
Amy Marks scores. Chris Ranji live from Whitmore Country Club. The Ted Savage Cardinals Care Golf Classic is happening today on a beautiful St. Louis morning. We're glad you're with us today. 314-436-7900. Gas House Gang is coming up at 12 o'clock. It's Nate Gatter and Bernie Miklasz today
Whoa.
on the show. You're going to want to listen to that.
So Chris
on-
Ranji free gas house.
That's right. I'm out here at Whitmore. I can't be doing the Gas House Gang from out here.
There's no way you're going to make it in time.
It's 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Setting goals for retirement is one thing, but knowing how to achieve those goals is another.
What are your wishes, hopes, and dreams? What's retirement look like for you? Because everybody, that picture is different.
For tips on building a better nest egg, tune into the All Financial Hour with host Steve All, Saturday mornings at 10 or Sunday evenings at 6, right here on KMOX. You can also visit yourmoneymattersstl.com for more details.
Fairwinds River's Edge is more than a place to live, it's a place to belong. Come see why we have been voted Best Independent Senior Living Community for 4 years in a row by U.S. News & World Report. We think you'll like it here, and the experts agree. Come see us for yourself. Call to schedule a tour with lunch or to RSVP for our senior prom on September 24th with live entertainment by the Backstreet Cruisers. Find us online at fairwindsriversedge.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
Create the ultimate raised bed garden with St. Louis Composting. Our premium compost and soil mixes are perfect for filling the raised beds you'll enjoy building, and even better for growing fresh, homegrown veggies. Imagine harvesting your own tomatoes, peppers, and cilantro for fresh salsa the whole family can enjoy. And with delivery right to your door, getting started has never been easier. Visit stlcompost.com to order a convenient delivery from your phone in seconds, or stop by one of our 9 locations in the St. Louis area. St. Louis Composting, growing gardens and making memories.
Hey guys, Kevin Wheeler here for 213 Complex, which you can pick up at Supplement Superstores. With school back in session, you're into a new routine. That routine's going to last. Make it a fitness routine as well. I know that's what I'm doing in advance of the holidays, and I'm using 213 Complex to get it done, because what I'm getting is all-day boost to the metabolism, 24 hours a day. I get appetite control, which is huge for me, and all-day focused energy that comes with no jitters. So for you, just go to Supplement Superstores, tell them Kevin Wheeler sent you in. They will give you 30% off the 213 Complex. Find your location at supplementsuperstores.com.
Hi, this is Charlie Brennan. I see clearly now thanks to the doctors, Greg Birdie, Ranjan Malhotra, Robert Brusati, and Andy Royer. You can too. YourEyeDoc.com.
It's the Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX, sponsored by the St. Louis Aquarium. Explore the St. Louis Aquarium at Union Station.
Chris and Amy, 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy you're with us this morning. I was telling everybody about my vehicle issue.
Yeah.
I was involved in an accident.
A single car accident involving a median.
And a van that just was in his own world. And this message comes in to 314-436-7900. Says, I got cut off by a truck.
Oh.
He was sliding across all lanes.
Oh.
It gave me serious road rage. Then I saw him race into an animal hospital, and he ran out and started to carry his dog. I went from wanting to ram into him to wanting to help him in 5 seconds.
Oh, that's really sad.
And I'm going to tell you right now, this butthole the other day was not transporting a dead dog or a dying dog. He was just oblivious to everything around him. This guy had no emergency.
You said it was a Sprinter van?
I don't know. I don't. What's a Sprinter van look like?
It looks like a triangle. It's like a van.
Yeah,
with a
no, this
triangle front.
wasn't a triangular van. It was like the kind of van that shows up to your house to fix your pipes.
Yeah, but a Sprinter van, was it you know how a full-size van is a rectangle? And then a Sprinter van has a little bit of an aerodynamic front.
I wasn't paying super close attention to him until he started to. Yeah, he started to come over, and then I was I better get out of the way. Yeah, I panicked.
Can you imagine this guy panicking because of a little lane swerving?
Can I tell you this?
This guy overreacting over a minor inconvenience.
I am such a good driver, and I do not usually overcorrect.
Yeah.
I did in such a big way this time. I can't.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Were you a little high-strung? Were you stressed?
I was on the way to.
Were you sad?
No, I'm feeling pretty good.
What's going on in your life?
Everything's great. Thank you for asking.
Maybe we should have this conversation right now on the air.
Is everything going okay for me?
Yeah. Are you happy?
Yeah, I feel really great right now. Everything's good.
Okay.
Everything's just fine, Amy.
All
Except
right.
I have to get a new car now.
Well, I have a funny, phenomenon that's happened. As you know, I moved to Kirkwood. I'm in a little house.
Yeah.
And because I'm in a little house,
I heard they're getting some new parking thing going on in Kirkwood. They were talking about it on Total Information AM today.
a new parking.
Yeah, some sort of new parking system. I guess paying for parking. It didn't quite catch the whole thing. You should go back and listen to Total Information AM on the
I
Odyssey
know.
app.
I'm a P1. How did I miss this?
I don't know how.
P1 means very good listener. And anyway, because I have a little house, I have a little yard.
On a
Now,
prairie.
here's what's funny. I am famous for killing
Famous.
things.
Calm
For
down.
killing things.
Oh, for killing
Famous
things.
For
Yeah.
killing things.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not famous. Yeah, I am famous for not being domestic. Like, so much so that I'm a little offended by how my parents speak to me when I mention doing things.
Mhm.
Like if I say I bought some dishes, and they'll go, "Oh, Amy, you bought dishes? That's so cute."
Wow.
I'm like, "Wow, Mom,
Damn, you're 40.
I know, I'm 40."
And they're proud of you for buying
Yes.
plates.
And I was like, "Well, I got to clean the bathrooms." So I was like, "Oh my gosh, you scrubbed the toilets?" "Yes, I scrubbed the toilets." And she's like, "That is so cute. I'm so proud of you." And they do this not because they're coddling parents, but because they think so lowly of my domestic abilities. Because my mom even said, "That's so cute. That's so domestic of you." Because apparently I'm having a hard time keeping myself alive.
Right.
She wants me to get a
Life
life
alert.
alert
Yeah.
that I shouldn't live alone. I'm not able to do things. And let's say her stance on that is not completely unfounded.
Yes.
So I have this yard.
Right.
I am paying for a yard service. It's basic like yard cutting, but it's been really hot and I still have to water the yard. So anyway, I tell my parents, I go, "Yeah, I'm watering the yard." And my mom goes, "You are taking care of the yard?" I said, "Yes, I'm taking care of the yard." She goes, "Well, how do you water it?" So I bought a hose and I have a sprinkler and I put the sprinkler, I screw it on and I put the sprinkler in the yard. And she goes, "Oh my gosh, that's so cute." So this is the basic. This is what I do. I water the yard. I don't cut it. I have no idea.
Yeah.
And also I just moved in this house in the beginning of July, end of June, beginning of July. So I'm relatively new. Let me just tell you this. For reasons unbeknownst to me, and really has nothing to do with my actions, me, the
course
new
not.
neighbor, my yard is the best yard on the street in the neighborhood. I mean, the grass is so lush and verdant and dark green, and it's thick and it's unbelievable. It shames the other yards. Now, I say this because I have nothing to do with this yard other than I put the sprinkler out. I don't cut it. I don't know when it's cut. I don't know how it was treated. I don't even know the name of my lawn service. It's what I have. So I'm standing outside the other day and I'm looking at the sprinkler, and it's taken me a long time to make sure I get the back and forth of the sprinkler in the right spot. And this neighbor comes up to me. She goes, "Are you, the woman that just moved in?" I'm like, "Yes." And she's like, "Oh, you have the best yard in the whole neighborhood. What do you do? What is your secret?" And I'm like, "Well, I just water it." And then I'm standing there and then she leaves. And then another guy comes out and goes, "Oh my gosh, you're the woman that just moved in. Everyone's talking about how beautiful your yard is." So suddenly my yard is the talk of the neighborhood. I'm speaking with an authority that I don't have. I have no idea why my yard is
So you're
green.
stealing this yard valor.
It's stolen yard valor. And I don't know why it's green. And all I do is I put the sprinkler, and it's a back and forth sprinkler. It's not an oscillating
Yeah, I know.
sprinkler.
Yeah. Oh, the kind. Yeah, I know those.
It's not
Love
the
those.
kind.
Those are
And
my
she goes,
favorite.
"Do you fertilize it?" And honestly, as she kept asking questions, eventually I had to say, "Honestly, ma'am, I just moved here and I have no idea why the grass is so green." But I am the talk of the town with this yard. And what's funny is all the plants inside my house have died.
Uh-huh.
And the only landscaping that I bought are 3 hanging plants. And the 3 hanging plants are dying. So the only thing that I'm actually responsible for, they're dying. Except for the yard, which somehow is alive, and I'm getting all the credit. I have stolen yard valor, and you know
Yeah,
what?
it is.
I am not going to disabuse anyone.
Let me tell you
I am
something.
not disabusing anyone of the belief that somehow I am the greatest yard caretaker in the history of the world.
How long before you kill this lawn?
Probably a couple months.
You know what I'm going to get? I've seen these plants.
Yeah.
I've seen advertising for them. They're plants that have this little reservoir, and then you put the water in it, and you put the water in once.
I've seen
You put the
that.
water in once,
Yes!
and you're good for the month. And all you have to do is fill up that reservoir once a month.
So
I won't kill that plant.
So I was pretty good with succulents inside my house, but I'm not getting direct sunlight. Here's what's crazy. My house feels bright. It's a little house. It's smaller than like an apartment I've had before.
Yeah.
You know, it's a tiny little house, but it's adorable. And I feel like it's bright. But one thing I've realized, it doesn't get any direct sunlight because my succulents that are right by the window are kind of dying. There's only one window. So now I got to figure out, how do I keep a plant alive inside with no sunlight? And so anyway, but in the meantime, my yard is amazing. And it's just so crazy. And my parents cannot believe it. My parents want to put a sign in the yard that says, she has nothing to do with this yard. Because it does feel like stolen yard valor.
Yeah, I really don't think that
but
you
do you
should.
know what it's like to have neighbors come up to you asking you for wisdom?
No.
It's unbelievable.
I have
the
never
power I'm wielding right now.
I have never seen the face of any of my neighbors in the last 20 years.
That's why you got to move to Kirkwood.
I don't want to know neighbors.
Well,
I don't want to be invited to a driveway drink. I don't want that. I don't want anything to do with that. Amy,
I'll tell you what,
as we go to break here, would you say that you are happy?
I am happy, but do you know?
Well, hold on.
Oh,
because this text, I'm asking you a question
Okay.
for a reason.
Okay.
Because this text message says idiots are always happy or just idiots. You think they're talking about me?
Well, I do know what phrase he's talking about. I think if you're like too dumb to care about anything.
That's true.
Maybe. You know what I mean?
That
Maybe
is
you're
absolutely
just
true.
like, or maybe you're intentionally dumb about things.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't mind being intentionally dumb about things. It's a little heavy to know stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Like to know about all the sad things happening in the
I
world.
am sick and tired of being so smart.
I know. It's exhausting.
It's so
exhausting to be brilliant.
My God.
I know.
I can't handle
I
it.
can't either. Hey, one thing I do want to do though, before we go to break here, we had an awesome person come up, works at Whitmore Country Club. His wife, Debbie, is a huge fan of the show.
Oh,
And
that's
we
great.
need to shout out Debbie.
Great job, Debbie.
Well, they say that she actually likes me.
She likes you?
Yes. I don't know how
What's
she
wrong
feels
with
about
her?
you. She
There's gotta be
loves
something
me.
wrong with
I
her.
think she thinks I'm delightful. Probably. Debbie, I think you're delightful. And
Well,
thank you for listening. I will say,
We don't know that Debbie's delightful. She might be awful.
no, she's a listener of our show.
Yeah.
Which means she's delightful.
Or she doesn't know how to change the station.
Okay. Well, Debbie, this is why Debbie likes me and not Ron. Thank you for listening, Debbie.
Yeah,
I really
thanks,
thank
Debbie.
you to all of our listeners because
Thanks a lot, Debbie.
we wouldn't be here without you.
Without Debbie?
Yes.
I think we could be perfectly fine without Debbie.
Oh my gosh.
But Debbie, thanks for listening anyway.
Debbie, I appreciate you. And you are someone, Debbie, that I will bring up to my boss, Steve, when he says mean things about me. You're like, well, Debbie likes me, Steve.
Well, I can't wait till he says something nice about either of us. That'll be great. It is the Chris and Amy show from Whitmore Country Club. Ted Savage, Cardinals Care Golf Classic, ongoing today. We're with you till 12. Then it is Gas House Gang. Nate Gatter and Bernie Miklas today with you until 1 o'clock on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Hey guys, Dave Glover here from the Dave Glover Show. So, what is my show? My show is 4 different people living 4 different lives, all coming together every day between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. to talk about life, actual life, not so much headlines or did you see what Trump did today or XYZ. Never predictable because I never know what I'm going to talk about from one segment to the next. So it truly is unique and unpredictable. Join us.
104.1 FM KMOX.
Hey guys, Glover here for Universal Windows Direct. Fall is the perfect season to tackle those home improvement projects before the weather turns cold. And if your windows are old, drafty, or just plain inefficient, now's the time to finally do something about it. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, no limit whether you need 4 or 14, you only pay for half. And to make it even easier, you'll get 0% financing for 3 years, so no interest, no pressure. So don't wait for the first freeze to realize your windows aren't cutting it. Call 314-334-2522 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com.
Currently, it is 69 degrees. Brilliant sunshine they're calling for today. Really pleasant. A high of 76. The low today of 61. Weather sponsored by FanDuel Sports Network. Cardinals fans, FanDuel Sports Network is your TV and streaming home of the Cardinals. Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network and stream the Cardinals or watch through your TV provider. Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com for details.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Paid for by Action Matters. Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out.
Attention parents of children who have used the gaming platform known as Roblox. If your child was a victim of sexual abuse or harm of any kind while using the Roblox platform, you may be entitled to compensation. Roblox is facing multiple high-profile lawsuits, including an ongoing class action, alleging it failed to protect users from foreseeable dangers that led to the grooming, exploitation, and sexual abuse of minors on the platform. Claims allege Roblox turned a blind eye to predators, unsafe games, and deceptive monetization practices that targeted children. Victims were contacted through in-game chats and coerced into private conversations on third-party apps. If you believe your child may have been a victim of grooming, sexual abuse, or harm of any kind while using the Roblox platform, you may be entitled to a cash settlement. Text our helpline now to find out if you have a viable compensation claim against Roblox. Text GONE to 32 32 32. That's GONE to 32 32 32. GONE to 32 32 32.
You've got a ton of equity in your home. You're sitting on a gold mine, and you could do so much with all that cash, like travel, invest it, or pay off debt, but you can't touch it unless you sell your home. But you really don't want to move. And besides, homes are sitting on the market for a long time these days. You're trapped, right? Well, not with Truehold. With Truehold, you can cash out your equity in as little as 30 days. And listen, you don't have to move. You can stay in the home you love as a renter. So that's Truehold's Sell and Stay program. You cash out your entire home's value and stay put. Truehold even covers property taxes, property insurance, and essential repairs. So imagine using that equity to travel, invest, or pay off debt and stay in your home. It's brilliant, especially in this slow market. You get an all-cash offer now by calling 1-855-300-9993. You can also visit Truehold.com, the smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
I hear from sellers all the time that they fear they have missed out on the selling market. They are so relieved to learn September, October, and November are strong selling months. With low inventory and hopefully lower interest rates, this fall will be a hot one for real estate. I'm Christina Straight, owner of Straight Realty. You may have heard me say, why pay more than 4 for years? Now it's why pay more than 2, saving you even more money. Call me 314-441-4444. And remember, why pay more than 2?
Straight Realty is a licensed broker in the state of Missouri, Kansas, and Nevada.
We started Neoviten because we wanted to create a multivitamin for ourselves. That's why we focus on quality ingredients and formulas with our multivitamins. Neoviten 50 Plus multivitamins are formulated with over 20 vitamins and minerals, along with our 4-ingredient physician-formulated proprietary blend for the highest quality daily nutritional support. Give Neoviten 50 Plus multivitamins a try for yourself. Find them at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, and online at neoviten.com.
SNL Coin. We buy gold and silver coins, silver and gold jewelry. Also buying gold-filled and silver plates. Before you sell, call SNL. 314-544-3600. 314-544-3600. SNL Coin.
Friday night, the Kansas City Chiefs are set to kick off the new season against the Chargers in Brazil.
Touchdown! Kansas City!
Catch all the action beginning at 6 p.m. on 97.1 FM Talk.
Chris Ranji, Amy Mark Score is with you live from Whitmore Country Club for the Ted Savage Cardinals Care Golf Classic. A beautiful day. We're seeing some celebrities driving by. Katie Woo just
Katie Woo
sped
from
by
The
on a
Athletic?
golf cart. Yep.
Writing about the Cardinals.
Alexa Datt from FanDuel Sports Network
Yeah.
waved and said hi.
She said hello to us.
She did
I
say
can't
hello.
believe she even acknowledged we existed.
Well,
Because nobody else came by. Well, Benji Molina said hello.
Yeah, and so did Polo.
And Polo Asensio with his
Asensio.
hat.
Mr. Build with the Third.
Bill DeWitt III said hello.
He did. Guess who else we saw? TLR. Tony LaRusso. Was
I didn't see him.
That's when I hit you at the auction table.
Oh,
You thought I
you
was just hitting you.
Yeah, because you do that sometimes.
Well, we were on the air talking about something
Oh.
else, and I gave you the old like, hey,
I was like, what was
look
that
over
about?
there.
I didn't know. I thought you were. I did not. Okay, well, hello, Tony LaRusso.
Tony LaRusso was there
All right.
too. All right. Pivoting. Our question of the week, which you can always see at Chris Amy KMOX. I believe you only have a few more hours left to vote because it shuts down tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to give you the results. Our question of the week, is it insane to drive in silence? This was inspired by Chris Ranji, the psychopath who drove home from Chicago
Not the
in
whole. It was
silence.
like no. It was like
the majority.
2 hours
over
2 hours.
Over 2 hours in silence.
Didn't even realize I was doing it.
This is what I would say is like, that's how you know, like if you murdered someone or were driving away from a crime scene, it would be in silence. You'd be white knuckling. And he said he was holding the steering wheel at 11:55 and 12:05.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like just like right on top of the steering wheel, white knuckling that sucker.
Yeah.
Like a psychopath.
Like a psychopath would do. Yes. Yeah.
That's probably why you crashed into the median. Is their hands? It's a hand placement on the steering wheel.
Do you know that you're really supposed to place your hands at 10 and 3 and
I
not,
did.
or 9 and 3 and not 10 and 2?
I did know that.
Yeah.
I also sit very far back from the steering wheel.
Yeah.
I have short legs, but my legs are like completely extended, and I like lean back and I sit really far. And that actually came in handy because when I hit a deer and all of the airbags went off, the police could not believe that I was not burned from the airbags, because apparently you can get kind of bruised or burned from the airbags. And they said, man, all your airbags went off and you're fine. And I said, that's because I sit far away from the steering
And also one other public service announcement. If you are in the passenger seat, do not, I repeat, do not put your legs up on the dash.
Oh, no.
Do not. Because if you do get into a wreck and the airbags deploy, it will tear your ass up. Do not do it. Like I've seen injuries.
I never thought of it like that. I thought your legs would come off.
Oh, they do.
Okay.
Like it looks bad. I've seen X-rays of legs that have been up on the dashboard. You know, usually it's women who do that.
Well, and
they always put
honestly,
their feet up, like, I'm
honest,
cute, so I'm gonna put my feet up. Yeah, well, your feet are gonna get destroyed, and so are your legs. You're gonna break your femur, and like your hips will come out of the. Oh, don't do it.
I would say just don't do it because it looks a little hooge.
It does look hooge. It does look very hooge.
I don't know
look
why
stupid.
it's so hooge.
You look stupid when you do it, and also if the airbags do come out, it will destroy your legs. So don't do it.
So anyway, at question of the week.
Yes.
Or excuse me, at Chris Amy.
KMOX
on Twitter. That is our question of the week, and we'll give you the results tomorrow. So you better vote now.
Less than 24 hours to vote in that. Do follow us at Chris Amy KMOX. And right now, one of them is winning by a lot, and I feel vindicated. Also, we just got a one of those company-wide, not company-wide, but like office-wide emails.
Yeah. Which, how many radio stations is that? 6?
Oh,
5?
so it's KMOX, 97.1, Y98, KEZK, 96.3. So all these stations, right?
Yeah.
And one of our people there says, please do not take food from the refrigerator that does not belong to you unless it's been specifically communicated it's okay to take that item.
Wait, that implies that we have thievery.
We have thievery at Odyssey St. Louis.
Yeah.
There have been a few instances over the last couple of weeks. I don't want that to continue, nor do I desire to spend the time going through the footage. So we have security cameras.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
people are going through footage.
So here's the
Loser.
question. This is not about well,
oh my God.
that's what we do. We try to find out who's not washing dishes either.
Oh
okay.
my gosh.
So this is I know I read this email and this is an Odyssey St. Louis thing.
Oh.
However, anybody who's listening to this who has an office refrigerator knows that there is always at least one anonymous a-hole that is taking people's food out of the fridge.
This blows my mind though, Raj, because
it happens. I've heard people complain about this from office to office. There's always somebody who takes food that's not theirs.
But it blows my mind because, first of all, how disgusting. You don't know anything about that food that is in that fridge. You don't know anything about the sanitary or unsanitary conditions of the kitchen in which it was made. You don't know how old it is. You don't know if someone who made that dish stuck their grimy little fingers in it. Maybe they don't wash their hands after they go to the bathroom, or maybe they went grocery shopping and then they started smushing it all together with their grocery shopping hands. And what I'm just saying, it's so gross. Here's the thing. I think office refrigerators in general,
disgusting,
are so gross that guess what I do? And you guys can verify, and I sound like a psychopath. I bring my own little cooler bag. Whenever I have refrigerated things, and Matt's nodding along, I have a cooler bag that I fill with ice, and then I put my coffee creamer, my coffee, my lunch in the cooler bag because I think the office refrigerator is so gross and it smells weird.
So I agree with you. I rarely put anything in there. We have our little tiny one in our office that sometimes I will put something in there. And I think this is going to be, unless something pressing happens, this could be our question of the week next week, because I would like to know what percentage of people out there, anonymously, of course, you don't have to give your name, but would love to know if you do steal other people's food out of the fridge at the office. If you know it's not yours, you know it belongs to one other person, it's not community food, do you take that food? I'd like to know how high that percentage is.
Because
so
the
that
thing
could be
is,
our question next week.
It's not about the burglaring.
It
or
is
the thievery.
It is.
It's not about that. It's about the grossness.
No, well, okay.
You're gonna burgle someone else's tuna sandwich. How old is that tuna? You don't know.
Yeah,
what does that kitchen
what kind of
look
person?
like?
What kind of person says, "Okay, I see this bag of food. I know that somebody brought this in for themselves. They don't need it."
Would you like me to drop some
who
wisdom?
does that?
Would you like me to drop some wisdom on you?
What kind of person does that?
Well, you're right. It's selfish, but again, selfishness is not our biggest problem. Our biggest problem is how gross it is, because I bet everybody listening right now will agree with this statement. The grossest people you've ever met are your coworkers.
Yeah.
You will never meet anyone more profoundly
Disgusting.
and deeply disgusting
Yeah.
than your coworkers, and
Yeah.
everybody's nodding along. I once worked with a guy, I can't even say it out loud.
Well,
His car was so dirty that we parked, behind the
Andrew Stoles?
No, it wasn't here. We parked behind the building. His car was so
He had rats
dirty.
in his car, Amy.
Maggots.
Oh, that's probably worse.
That's really
That's
bad.
probably worse.
In his car.
Yeah.
Because he had old food and he didn't know where the old food was stored or stashed, I should say. And I'm just telling you right now, 314-436-7900. If you agree that the grossest people you ever meet are your coworkers, we hear you. I see you.
Remember the story that I told you about a friend of mine who was mad at her ex-boyfriend back in college?
I actually was thinking of that when I thought about the maggots.
Yeah, she was mad at her ex-boyfriend. I forgot what he did, but she was pretty upset, and they had maybe just broken up. So his car door was open.
Yeah.
She put a raw chicken breast under the passenger seat in his car and left it.
Brilliant.
And it, of course, rotted, and he didn't know what it was and was like, what is that? Eventually discovered it. And I think, I know that years later, she fessed up to it. She saw him at a party or something and said, I just want you to know I'm the one who did it.
put the
And he
chicken
was,
cutlet.
years later, like 4 or 5 years
Yeah.
later, when she told him, he was infuriated. Like he had not gotten over it. He was
Is
still
that-
pretty upset.
Can you go to jail for that?
I don't know.
Is that
It-
illegal?
maybe.
Is
I think
putting
it
a
is a
chicken
biohazard.
cutlet in someone's car illegal?
You know what's funny is I think it has to be. A text message
Yeah.
here says the email, the company email we got is 100% aimed at Andrew GS. He for sure steals
Yeah.
food.
That's a P1 texting right
That
there.
is a P1
A
texting
P1
the
is
show.
a number one listener who listens all day long.
Also, Frank Ladd reminds us,
Well,
producer
yeah.
Frank reminds us of the time that you and I
Mhm.
got into the food in the
Got
side.
into the food. You make it sound like we're raccoons. We didn't get into the food.
So-
we were invited.
We did. We were.
Specifically said there was an overflow of sandwiches. There's
Uh-huh.
a superfluity
There was
of
a big
sandwiches.
there was a big tray of sandwiches.
Help us out and eat some. That's what they told us.
That's what we were told. So we got into the sandwiches. We thought they were for all of us. So we opened them up, and a person,
there were like 200 sandwiches. And we took
200,
two.
and we took a couple.
Yeah.
Somebody from the office was infuriated and sent an email to everybody and said, "Who
I
did
think
this?"
that person also blew up and watched security footage. And I'm not joking.
I'm sure they did, and also no longer works with us. but I do. I
They're no longer with the company.
did
so
I
it's
did I
okay.
respond on the company-wide email and say that was totally me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did because
gleefully. With glee.
With
I said
glee.
I opened up those sandwiches and I dispersed them
And
to
I
everybody.
even said this. I go, we were on the air when this happened, which means somebody told us, and we got up in 2 minutes to get the two sandwiches. We didn't go around snooping and during a commercial break. We were told to take these sandwiches. I want to hear from people too about your coworkers being disgusting. Here's what I will say. This might be a question of the week because I thought of the second most disgusting group of people, your college roommates. Who do you think is a more disgusting group of people? Your old college buddies or
Office mates.
your coworkers?
Office mates. Easily.
People have some pretty.
Yep.
My dad said at his frat house or whatever, they didn't do dishes, so they would just go to Goodwill and buy new dishes and throw everything away.
Yeah. Oh boy, I love that. Here's a message to 314-436-7900. Someone kept stealing my dad's lunch at work, so he made a sandwich with Alpo canned dog
Oh
food
no!
and cookies made with X-Lax. That cured someone stealing his lunch.
Oh my gosh. Is
That's-
that illegal?
I feel like the X-Lax thing might be.
Is it illegal? But here's the thing, though. It's X-Lax, and it's your lunch.
Yeah.
Who's to say that
You
you're
didn't
not
want X-Lax for
constipated?
lunch,
Yeah.
right?
What
That's a
if
great
you're-
point.
What if that's
Well-
how you stay regular?
Because you're putting it unmarked
Yeah.
in putting other
Yeah.
people in harm's way.
I've only taken X-Lax one time in my whole life, and they have X-Lax chocolate bars. I'm like, I'm going to try this. What I didn't know is that like one piece is a serving of X-Lax,
Oh,
not the
no.
whole bar.
Oh my God. dude.
Anyway.
Another message says the company director where this person worked routinely stole people's lunch and Tupperware.
Oh, the Tupperware.
You can't take that too.
Oh, well, but what are you going to do? Return it?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, just leave it in the fridge. If you're going to steal the food, just at least leave the open
No, but
container.
you can't do that. Also, your fingerprints are all over it now.
A listener writes in, we once left Gorgonzola cheese wrapped in paper under the seat of a rental car after having great difficulty with the rental car company.
Oh, I feel like that could backfire on you.
I think so,
Because rental
too.
car companies, you talk about an autocracy. They just start charging you for things.
I would like to make it known
Yeah.
that to Enterprise Rental Car, which is what I am driving right now, thank you so much, a great local company. I am not going to put cheese under the seat when I give this car back. I'm going to treat this car with the most respect.
Brought to you by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning and Electrical and Plumbing.
That is one of my 100 acts
That's
of
his
kindness.
100 acts of kindness.
My act of kindness is I'm going to treat this rental car well. It's Chris and Amy on KMOX.
Hey, it's Tom Ackerman. Football is back, thank goodness. And Underdog is the best place to select entries and win money all season long. You can play right now in Missouri, and playing on Underdog is easy. Just choose whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more during football season. There is nothing better. Download the app today and sign up with promo code TOM. That's really important. Promo code TOM to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code TOM. Millions of fans have already won billions making plays on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make plays, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
It doesn't take a lot to make a big difference.
That's why we've teamed up with Jerry Kelly Heating and Cooling to bring you 100 acts of kindness.
For the next 6 months, the Chris and Amy Show is challenging you to spread kindness in simple, meaningful ways. No big budget needed.
Write a thank you note, help a neighbor, surprise someone with a smile. It all counts.
Let's prove that kindness is contagious. Share your acts with us by using hashtag 100KindActs.
Because a little kindness goes a long way.
With new treatments in the fight against Alzheimer's, now is the time for action. Join the St. Louis Walk to End Alzheimer's Saturday, October 25th at Chesterfield Amphitheater. Help us see a world without Alzheimer's. Register today, alz.org/walk.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life.
Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Your home equity could vanish almost overnight, stolen by scammers who forge a deed and transfer it out of your name. The FBI calls it house stealing, and the worst part is you may not know it until it's too late. Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO for a 30-day free trial, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now. Promo code RADIO.
Millions are choosing NordVPN to stay safer online. Get NordVPN today with 77% off and up to 3 months extra. NordVPN will encrypt your online traffic and help you avoid phishing, scams, and malware. Get the special NordVPN deal today at NordVPN.com. This offer includes a 77% discount on a 2-year plan and up to 3 extra months. Savings and additional terms apply and can be found on NordVPN.com. The offer is valid until October 15th.
Looking for a place to call home without all the maintenance? Check out the Towns of Linneman Park, new townhomes by Lombardo, located in St. Peters. These new construction townhomes are located on the south side of 36494, east of Harvester Road, and offer floor plans featuring 2 to 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a loft, and 2-car attached garages. Community amenities include a clubhouse, pool, pickleball courts, dog park, and walking trails. Tour our newly decorated display and fall in love with your new townhome. Visit LombardoHomes.com for more information.
Dive into adventure this summer at the St. Louis Aquarium's Summer of the Shark. Get face to fin with some of the ocean's most awe-inspiring creatures in shark-themed exhibits, jaw-dropping displays, and interactive experiences for the whole family. Whether you're a fin-tastic fan or just curious, there's hands-on fun and fascinating facts around every corner at the St. Louis Aquarium. Don't miss your chance to make a splash. Plan your visit today at stlouisunionstation.com. That's stlouisunionstation.com.
The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Do not steal food out of the company fridge. Don't do it. You'll get into serious trouble. But we do want to hear from you if you do it. This is all anonymous. Let us know today. Let us know tomorrow. It could very well be our question of next week. We'll see how things go over the next few days. But apparently there is a food thief in our company. And we know that you're listening. You've got an office fridge. Yeah. You know that people are stealing food from you. This texter here says, I once emptied a Tabasco bottle and refilled it with Dave's Insanity sauce because one of the coworkers kept using all of my hot sauce. I found out who it was, and it never happened again. Now, on the Scoville unit, I think Dave's Insanity sauce is
earthquakes.
Well, yes.
Yes.
And heat. Dave's Insanity sauce is about 5 times hotter than Tabasco. So
what we're hearing is people are pretty vindictive when it comes to stolen food in the office.
That would make me mad.
It would, but I mean, so we had the person who put X-Lax into their baked goods that kept getting stolen. And then what was the other? It was X-Lax, but they also did something.
Oh, Alpo dog food.
Alpo
dog food sandwich.
Have you ever eaten dog food?
No. No, Amy, I have not.
Well,
what?
Old people eat cat food sometimes, don't they?
What?
Did you always hear that?
Old people eat cat food? Maybe
I think it's a sad story, actually. Now that I say it. I think my grandma
poor.
told me that. You know, sometimes grandparents tell you things that are a little emotionally weighty for the age that you're at the time.
Okay.
I think she told me a story. Maybe it was like older people who don't have a lot of money or something. It's like a really sad story.
Well, okay, why would you bring up something like that?
I didn't realize. I just remember the cat food thing. I apologize. It's really sad. Now you got to bring us out of this sad story.
Well,
my grandma told me when I was too young to know such things.
And a listener here says that we should put a game trail camera on the fridge. We do have a security camera in the office.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I don't think that what I did What we did was you and I taking the sandwiches, the tray of sandwiches out of the fridge and dispersing them to the rest of the office was a bad thing.
We didn't
It was for everybody.
No, you're actually making the story worse. We were doing our jobs like this. Now imagine someone comes into the studio and says, hey,
there's sandwiches.
There are extra sandwiches
Yep.
because this person ordered
Yep.
food for the meeting.
That's what
and
we-
this person
yep.
ordered food for the meeting.
Yes.
The meeting's over. And the second batch of sandwiches, that second batch of food, the extra food hasn't even been touched.
Mhm.
And their sandwiches, they don't last long.
Right.
They're not vacuum sealed. And she said, come get some of these sandwiches. So we rushed over during a commercial break, grabbed a couple of sandwiches, and told other people, hey, I think we're supposed to eat these sandwiches. We sat down. The next thing we know, people are losing their minds, throwing F-bombs around the office and looking at security footage.
Yeah, I don't, man. That's
Seemed
just
a little over the top.
I agree with you. That's not us. We're not thieves. We're not bad people. We just wanted everybody to be happy.
We did.
And we want you to be happy. And if you missed anything on the show today, the best thing you can do is go back and get the Odyssey app.
Yeah.
Download it now, where you can listen to the show live and Cardinals baseball live, and you can listen to the podcast.
Do you know what happens if you do that and you listen all the time?
We get bonuses.
Well, no, for the
we
listener.
get a raise.
They become a P1.
You become a P1. You want trust me, you want to be a P1.
I'm a P1, means you listen all the time. I wake up, first thing I hear, Debbie Monterey's voice, Tom Ackerman's voice.
I heard
because we all live together.
I heard Debbie. We do. We all live in one big house.
We all live in one big house.
I did hear Debbie today say that she had an opportunity to go see Oasis and she decided not to. And I told her, you've made a huge mistake.
Guess who else had an opportunity to go see Oasis?
Who? You?
This girl right here.
And you didn't go?
I didn't go.
You're awful. Was it a free ticket?
It was.
What?
I was-
You had a
whoa.
free you had a free ticket?
Somebody had to man the station and keep the show going.
Oh, they would have figured it out.
I don't-
Oasis
I
was
don't.
great.
You know what? Hey, Steve, I did this because I'm committed to the company.
Hey,
and I'm devoted. I have buy-in. That's what they call it.
buy-in. We like that's what we need some of the Cardinals to have is
No,
buy-in.
they do, Ron.
So well, some of the players apparently don't, according to Brant Brown
No.
and Ollie Marmol. And
Don't
you can
say that.
listen to the Gas House Gang coming up next. Bernie Miklas and Nate Gatter. They'll talk about all kinds of stuff today. We thank you for listening. Thank you to people who came by and said hello to us at Whitmore Country Club for the Ted Savage Cardinals Care Golf Classic. Have a great rest of this beautiful St. Louis Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Hey, this is Charlie Brennan. Have you noticed loose bricks or missing mortar around your house, on the walls, the patios, the walkways, the porch, or the chimneys? If so,